Mic check 1, 2. We got audio. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday night. Howdy. Welcome to the show. Let me mute my other YouTube channel here. There we go. Did I not? Hang on. Might got one more I need to mute here. There we go. So many windows to make this shit happen. MASSALORIAN should be joining us momentarily. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay. Looks like you can. I got a fun little video for you for those that aren't in the Discord or missed it on the live stream. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the audio on this. This is an actual video from my kid. He moved into his new college apartment. They had him and his roommates had a party up at the pool on the high rise. And kind of reminds me of what happened in the market this week. This is actual video. They decided they want to become famous on their first night in the new building. It is an actual real dumpster fire. Oh man, what a week this has been, yesterday and today. That is a semi long, you know, the ones that you hoist up on the back of a big ass 18-wheeler, a full dumpster fire. One of them threw a cigarette down from the pool into that, probably thought it was going to be funny. Ended up catching it on fire. Yes, they got in trouble. No, I don't know if they're going to get fined. We're going to look at some stocks here real quick, go through all of your questions. I'm going to talk about AMC. I'm going to talk about BBBY. We're going to talk about Ryan Cohen. I want to talk briefly about ENDP because you guys are asking me about that one a lot today. We're going to talk about APE. And mostly, you know, just hang out, have some fun. Scarlett's at work. I'm in no rush. My night is yours. And we're gonna continue to get the FUD and the clickbait and the questions out of the way that you guys have. But AMC, as you may or may not know, closed at 1929 today, down considerably. GameStop was also down. After hours on AMC was 1878. After drawing in these beautiful lines targeting 26 and 27, which we hit just mere days ago, getting sold off and shorted the past 2 days. Now, tonight, I'm not going to get into a lot of predictions or what ifs for next week. I know you have a million questions. I've got a million different scenarios, trust me. But no point in talking about those until we get through this week. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I've got the due diligence videos that we've already done on APE, and Adam Aaron and the gang over at AMC put out this Form 8K. You guys can't see that. They put out this Form 8K today, which has, I also put this in the video description, FAQ, something you guys have been asking for. What is APE? Blah, blah, blah. Every question you could want to. Which, surprisingly, we covered this for you guys like 10 days ago. And I'm going to pat Casey Shaw and Pantheon and myself and everybody that worked on putting that due diligence review together a week, 10 days ago. Everybody freaking nailed it. Everything that is in this 8K is exactly what we've been telling you guys was going to happen. So congrats to the crack team of researchers who did the hard work and put the due diligence together for you guys. We have not been leading you astray. Everything that we covered in the due diligence review on APE is laid out in here. The only thing we don't know now, right, about APE, is it going to uncover anything? What's going on with rehypothecation? What's going on with shorts? We're going to get into that. I'm going to wait for MASSALORIAN to get in the house here. He's cleaning up some tech issues, he said. Still working on his move. Short interest on AMC closed at 18% today. Cost to borrow, 8%. All right, we're going to come back to that. Let's get ENDP out of the way because this one's going to be quick. Not going to be a long discussion. A lot of people are wanting to play in ENDP because of high short interest, and it's cheap. It's also down 90% from its high. It's trading at 40 cents. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Just humor me because I know a lot of you are paying attention to channels which are not doing what I consider very good due diligence. If you're listening to channels that the only thing they talk about is short interest and high cost to borrow or cheap price, that should be a warning. If that's the extent of their due diligence, that should be a warning. 16% short interest on ENDP, 9% cost to borrow. But more importantly, they did file for bankruptcy, Chapter 11. I've heard people say, oh, it's just Chapter 11. It's no big deal. Are you a fucking bankruptcy attorney? Did you read through all the paperwork, sir? You putting out the videos telling people, don't worry about Chapter 11. Until you do a run through of the paperwork, I don't want to see your videos. And you shouldn't be giving out advice to people on YouTube, telling them what to do. Now, you guys want to play ENDP for a couple minutes. Hey, I'll do the same thing, but holding it overnight or calling it a good investment. There's on their website, this frequently asked question for shareholders, what will happen to the stock that I own? Well, that will be determined by the course of Chapter 11. Your stock could be worthless at any moment. Will the company be delisted? We expect NASDAQ to commence delisting. Do you want to hold a stock like that? For a few minutes, I'll hold it on a run up. I won't hold that overnight. How'd you like to have a Ryan Cohen situation drop on you after hours if you're holding ENDP? NASDAQ delists. I mean, these are scary plays. Now, I'm not here to talk anyone out of momentum plays. I do them every day. I want you to realize when people are giving you maybe not the most experienced advice. Mullen Automotive is another one. 15% short interest. People are calling it a short squeeze. The short squeeze to end all short squeezes. It's going to $20 from 80 cents. A car company which is not planning to produce anything for a couple years that just approved 1.75 billion shares in dilution. I'd play this one careful. Could Mullen be a runner on news? Could ENDP be a runner on news? Yep. And if they run on news, I will be in a heartbeat. But I do not hold these kind of stocks. That's just me. I'm just sharing with you my style. I'm not trying to debate anybody about it. I'm just providing an alternate, more rational, experienced viewpoint to maybe what you're getting on some of these other channels. The other thing that I see people doing when they talk about Bed Bath & Beyond, don't worry, guys, Ryan Cohen, you know, he was just an investor. He's meaningless to this play. The short interest is still really high. It is, yep. And I will absolutely play Bed Bath & Beyond on another run-up. But as we were covering yesterday at the end of the live stream, we got out of our Bed Bath & Beyond position, we being myself as I was day trading, other members in our Discord that had been holding it since $5 because we felt it was topping out. Caught a lot of heat at the end of the day yesterday as the market was closing from people saying, are you freaking crazy? Ryan Cohen has calls for $60 and $80. What do you mean it's topping out? I'm up 30% today. What are you talking about? I'm just calling it like I see it. You don't have to like it. But I'll be honest, I did not expect Ryan Cohen to drop that Form 144. That was the rug pull to end all rug pulls. And then I spent all night arguing with people in the Discord that said, that doesn't mean anything. It means maybe in 90 days he's going to sell. No. Somebody files a 144, guys, they're selling, or they already sold. That's just, there's no obligation to file it in advance. And I saw my friends' videos on YouTube saying, but the short swing rule doesn't make sense. I agree, doesn't make sense. But I'm sure his attorneys reviewed it and said either, they said, do it anyways, or he said, screw management. I'm done with this company. It's had a nice run up, but I don't like the way this is going. And he made the smart decision. He got in at $14 to $16 and got out $16 to $30. That's not a bad 3 months, 4 months, however long he was in it. And he clearly didn't like the way that the stock was going. So it is unfortunate. And the stock got punished, but never underestimate retail's willingness to pile back in when they focus on just short interest and cost to borrow. It could run back up, right? Might not be over. But I personally am not going to be looking at Bed Bath until I see it find that nice, beautiful, firm bottom that we're always looking for, and then get some new legs on a way back up. The other things that I see that concerns me on other channels is when they look at things like, hey guys, let's look at the short shares available on Bed Bath and Beyond. This is really bullish. There's only 100 shares available to short. Fintel says so. Stonka Tracker says so. None. These sources, guys, Fintel and Stonka Tracker, are pulling from one lender out of the entire set of lenders in the market. So if you're listening to people on Twitter, Reddit, StockTwits, YouTube that are using Fintel or Stonka Tracker as their source to tell you what the short available shares are, you are getting horrible, bad misinformation if that's what you're basing your investment decisions on. One lender out of what, dozens, hundreds? This is from Interactive Brokers, both of these. And it even says right here, this is shares available at a leading brokerage. It is not the total number of shares. I mean, it's right here if they would bother to read, but these people are so inexperienced, they don't read, and then they tell you that this is a good investment because there's 0 shares available to short. And then I see them go down and look at the failures to deliver, guys. Here back in mid-July, there was 26,000, and that means these are coming due. No, you can't look at failures to deliver on Fintel because it's not showing you the covered quantity every day. Every day these are covered or rebooted or kicked down the road, but every day this number is changing. The only valid number of failures to deliver is the very last one. You cannot be making investment decisions about what was 3 weeks ago and counting on T plus 35. I mean, you can do whatever you want. We are never going to do that here because you're going to make bad decisions. All right, all that fun stuff said and out of the way. Let's talk about AMC and APE. Let me get this off the screen. I hope, any YouTuber that's new or needs advice on where to get real data from, I am always available as a resource. I'm happy to help any of you guys. My main concern for the viewers is that you guys get as accurate information as possible. That's all I care about. And for the YouTubers who don't know where to source your information, I'm happy to point you in the right direction and give you a leg up. Because I think everybody has the best of his intentions. Everybody wants to get good info to the viewers, but they don't know they're giving you bad info. Just another ape. Stephen, good evening. Yuka Frita. Diaz, what's up, brother? Puff Bear. I love you. Thank you, sir. What is going on? Bought a $25 call on Tuesday, he says, that expired tomorrow. I was talking to someone in the Discord that has $16 calls that expire tomorrow. $25. I mean, it's within reach if our theory and due diligence about rehypothecation is correct. If it's not, I don't know, $25, 20% run up. It's a stretch. It's not impossible. Bad days. Bad days. Does anybody at this point have any questions about Ryan Cohen before we get into AMC and APE? Anybody still think Ryan Cohen did not sell? No, I do not think that Ryan Cohen was orchestrating a master plan with the hedge funds to bring down GameStop and AMC. Let's get that out of the way. I think he just didn't like the play anymore. GCT. Let's get that one out of the way too. Yeah, GCT. Wow, what a rough start to the morning on that one. GCT IPO today early. This is one of these low flow IPOs similar to MEGL or HKD. Came out of the gate hot. You know, those of us that bought it in pre-IPO got in a couple days ago at $12. It opened at 21. I know a few people sold. I was hoping for a bigger run up than 21. So, you know, I have a small position in it. Webull did not give me a huge allocation. Most people only got like 3 or 4 shares from the Webull. But you were able to buy it on some other brokers. Other ones took time. And then Webull, how do you IPO something and then you have the buy and sell button turned off? There was some technicality. It took Webull until an hour before market closed to let us trade it on Webull. That is when you saw this huge run up. This is exactly when Webull came on for people to buy additional shares. So I picked up some down here in this lower range on my Fidelity. Webull, we were just stuck. It ran up, and I'm still holding all my GCT. I'm going to be waking up at probably 4 in the morning to check pre-market in case Hong Kong's bringing any money into this play. I'll only be able to sell Webull at that time in the morning, not Fidelity. So if there is any sort of major run up, I'll offload the few shares I got from Webull, and then I'll have to hold the Fidelity ones till closer. Pre-market on Fidelity starts not at 4 a.m. I forget what time it starts, but closer to the market open, an hour or two. I'll just hang on to those and see what happens tomorrow on GCT. A lot of people were thinking GCT is not IPO until tomorrow. So this could still be an interesting play. No, it wasn't a scam. Nobody's in the red. If you got in at pre-IPO, you're up. You know, it's $18 right now. We got in at $12. You're up almost 50%. And in all of the IPOs we've been tracking on Webull, the small float IPOs, this has never happened. So some technicality. It is what it is. Nobody got hurt. Just irritating. I get it. Irritating for me too. Oh, you can't even see the chart, can you? Here we go. Open 21, trading flat 13 to 14 throughout the day. Run up at 2 o'clock right here. And then this is the aftermarket, 18 bucks. Sorry about that. Jeffrey says, Teddy said Hong Kong pulled out of Webull. I don't know what Teddy said, Jeffrey. I'm holding it overnight and we'll see. I did scan through Teddy's live stream where he wasn't on camera, and then I saw him come on camera real quick and he said, I'm selling, guys. He said he was selling right about the time, or he said, everybody get out. Right after he said that, it started running. So I don't know. I don't do my trading advice off of Teddy. All right, back to Ryan Cohen and Bed Bath & Beyond. Ryan Cohen was a greater than 10% investor. He had to file the Form 144. I see Dia says Ryan Cohen owes us nothing. Yeah, he's taking care of his money. And I know a lot of people are wondering, what does this mean for GameStop? For me, this means nothing for GameStop. Ryan Cohen was not in management at Bed Bath & Beyond. He was a large investor. So for me, I'm not going to throw any shade on Ryan Cohen other than if I'm joking. No shade on Ryan Cohen and GameStop for what he decided to do with his investment in Bed Bath & Beyond. So hopefully that makes some of y'all feel better. No shade going to be thrown here. Thank you, MG. Let me let the dog in real quick. Give me 2 secs. All right, back to AMC and APE. Thank you, MG. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk about APE and AMC. I know there's an ongoing debate, and this is probably the biggest unknown, right? What is the price of APE going to be compared to AMC? Some people started off saying a penny because they don't know what par value means. Then when they realized that wasn't right, they said, well, the minimum on NYSE is $4 or $5, so it's definitely going to be that. And I thought that for a second until I realized and thought about every ape is eventually going to be an AMC. Pop goes the weasel, Rico. Thank you, brother. Every ape is going to be an AMC. You have the same voting power. And eventually they all, when and if a vote ever happens, they'll all become AMC shares again. So I think, my opinion, and guys, I'm usually wrong, so don't hold me to this, that when you see the trading start on Monday, they're going to be valued exactly the same or very close to the same. And then we'll see where the market goes. So would I sell it if that is correct? And the other backup I have for that is this is, as Adam Aaron has said many, many times, and I agree, essentially a stock split. You're doubling the shares. It only makes sense that half of the value of AMC at the end of the day on Friday will be transferred to APE, and they'll both open at half of AMC's price on Friday. So if we're at 25 on Friday, we'll see APE and AMC both start trading at 12.50, and then you're off to the races. The market decides based on supply and demand for each individual ticker. But I think the rules of arbitrage will dictate that they mostly stay, pretty well synchronized together in price. What are the X factors? X factors are no options currently on APE, and there's no like ramped up short supply of APE. So could be interesting in the beginning, but I think quickly they will get to and stay at parity. And I think that will be that way for a long time, unless for whatever reason there's overwhelming demand for APE because there's a hunt to get them to close out shorts or whatever. That'll be the interesting thing to see. None of us have seen this, at least not in recent memory. Even the brokers don't know what the hell's going on, as you guys have seen from weeks and weeks of messaging that they keep on having to correct. I keep on telling you, just be patient with them. They don't know what they're doing. They'll get it right. And for the most part, all of them have made it right. Most of you, I think, will see the APE in your account Monday morning. I know your brokers are telling you 24th. I feel pretty confident almost all of us will have it Monday morning. Canadian, European, German, you might have a few days delay. And some of the smaller, crappy brokers, you might have a little bit of delay. I'd say, 98% of people should have it by Wednesday. I'm just going to guess 90% will have it by Monday when the market opens. So would I sell half of my APE to buy AMC? If they're valued the same by the market, that makes 0 sense. Selling APE to buy AMC. But Tony, he could dilute APE down the future. Same pizza, guys. AMC and APE. Same pizza, same box, just cut in half. Like I said on the live stream today, if I dilute one side of my pizza by throwing a bunch of extra pepperoni on one side, but then I stand back and consider the entire pizza pie, I have diluted the entire pizza pie, right? If you think of basic math. At such point in the future, if there ever is dilution, and there's none planned, I would wager to say there won't be any until at the earliest, early 2023, April, May. At such point that there is dilution on APE, I think that it's going to be equally viewed by the market as dilution on AMC. So you're not going to escape APE dilution by moving all your shares to AMC. Same company, same pizza in the same box, just cut in half. What are my thoughts on shorting preferred stock? Big Daddy Smurf asks, APE will be shortable. They can short it. I know a lot of people have looked up on Google and said, but Google says they don't like to short preferred stock. This is not a typical preferred stock. They're going to do what they want. If they want to short it, they're going to short it. As far as 5 billion shares, let's just get that out of the way. I still see people making videos talking about 5 billion shares. What the fuck, dudes? Talking to the YouTubers. Come on, man. Read the freaking documents. Is there the potential, if Adam Aron wanted 5 billion apes, why the hell, first of all, would he want to? I'm going to walk you through that for the YouTubers who are a little slow. He's only filed paperwork with the Secretary of State of Delaware to convert 1 billion apes. 516 million are coming to us, 484 million in Adam Aron's back pocket. We'll get to that in a second. The other 40 million preferred shares, could he convert those to apes down the road if he wanted to? Yes, but I'm going to lay out to the case to you why he will never do that. Pay attention. If you're walking through the park and listening in, checking out the ducks and the squirrels, listen up, buddy. Adam Aaron's going to, let's just say worst case scenario. Adam Aaron has 484 million APE in his back pocket. Now, on Monday, he wanted to sell them for $11 a share, if that's what it's trading at. Right now, he's got what? $1 billion of cash in the bank, more or less. Plenty of cash. But let's just say he wanted to dilute on Monday. What would he do with that most likely? Pay off all the debt so that albatross is around his neck. You do the math, 484 million times 11 bucks. I'm going to guess that comes to about 5.3 billion bucks. Coincidentally, just enough to pay off all of AMC's debt. Now, if you've got $1 billion in the bank and enough in your back pocket to pay off all the debt, why the hell would you go and convert another 4 billion apes? It just makes no logical sense. I have zero fear. I don't want to hear one person, unless you're getting paid to scare people, talk about 5 billion apes. You're a fool. MASSALORIAN, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come in. Mass.
I don't see any green. You got me?
I got you. Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now, as far as the 484 million, all right, he's got those in his back pocket, Tony, and he could dilute us. Yes, I hear that every day on the ranting lunatics channels, you know, all of them. I'm not singling anyone out. I'm just saying the people who rant like a lunatic. Yes, he could dilute at any time that he wants. No, there's no vote required by you guys. He's already converted his 10 million preferred shares into 1 billion apes, and he's going to have 484 million golden tickets in his back pocket to scare the crap out of shorts, because he is no longer burdened by the threat of bankruptcy. That's his golden ticket for the future. When would it make sense to dilute? I'll give you two scenarios that, as a finance guy, to me would make sense. Number one, when the next tranche of debt comes due, 2023, June. So maybe around April. If nothing happens and he needs money to pay off that debt, he could take 50 million of them, whatever he needs, to pay off the 2023 debt. And then the next debt's not due for a year, and then another year and another year. I do not see any scenario where he converts 484 million. If everything were to stay the same, unless he got some sweet deal, you know, with a discount on that debt to pay it off early. I mean, I'm not a Harvard MBA. I don't know what kind of deals they all can cut, but there might be some scenarios where it might make sense to pay it off early. Thank you, MC. Love you, brother. The other scenario where he might dilute, and again, he does not need your vote to do that, just to be clear. He's already got them in his back pocket. The other scenario where he might dilute is just like we see every frickin' company in the last year and a half do, in a run-up. And I know this is going to make some of you very angry, but I want on my channel to speak very plainly to you about what I think. This is just my opinion. You can like it or you can hate it. But I've seen it over and over and over and over and over in every frickin' play that people are pushing on YouTube. Stocks run up, massive run-ups, boom, dilution hammer. Because why? Because you got to make some money and the company needed cash at the same time, and it's called a win-win. So I'm sorry if you were hoping for $1 million. I don't see that as a likely play out of this play. I think there's plenty of win-win scenarios. If a catalyst comes along or a short squeeze and this thing runs up, I'm going to have some reasonable price targets in my head. I'm not giving you prices, but I'm also not counting on $1 million because I feel pretty confident there's going to be some dilution coming were there to be a massive run up.
No doubt.
So you can take that, put it in your back pocket. You can just throw it away. We can all still be friends. We all still want a short squeeze. But mark my words, when there is a run up, we'll come circle back, and you can either laugh at me and tar and feather me, or say, damn it, he's fucking right again. MASSALORIAN, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. Sorry about the audio problems. Apologies.
You good?
We're getting everything worked out, slowly but surely.
Can you guys hear him okay?
Good in the chat. Everyone can hear me loud and clear. If you put a 1 in the chat, if you guys can hear me. Because for the longest time, it wasn't having a green, the green signal wasn't coming up in the lobby. Audio's good. Okay.
They're saying audio good.
We're good. We're good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm here as long as the folks need me tonight. Scarlett's
yeah, I had to make
work.
sure I got back here. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was on tonight, right? This was a shitty day. So, look, we all went through a crappy day today. But at the end, the thing ain't over. And we're about to find out some pretty big information one way or another.
I see some
either
people
we
are
land
asking
on the money. But
someone was asking earlier, a few people in the chat, where's Alex tonight? Alex cannot come on live tonight, but I sent her a message in case she wants to join us. She's not here.
we're trying to make her a star. We're even putting her in other people's videos. We're trying to promote her. We got to get her. She's an ape now, so. You want me to finish up, Tony, what I'm saying?
You can go ahead and say hello to the folks in your chat. It's now that you're up and running.
Okay. Good evening, guys. How's everyone doing tonight? I went through a bunch. I know. I'm sorry I'm late. I came on, but again, the audio was messed up. But I'm going to hopefully have everything worked out by Sunday. I'm hoping that this is going to be finally finished. It's a work in progress. Work in progress.
Is that the
today was hard.
Is that the final view of your studio, or is it still flipped around?
Still flipped around. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to make it look a little more presentable as I'm pushed towards the wall. But yeah, no, what you're going to see is in front of me still. Yeah. So hopefully that will be done next few days. That was this is the last piece of the puzzle to put together. But as far as today goes, look, I'm not that worried about it. We were at $9 not even 2 months ago. We're at $9 a share, and this doesn't scare me. And I really don't. Look, I know what happened yesterday with Ryan Cohen stinks. It's not something you want to see, and I'm sure it let a lot of people down. But I have a little more faith in what Adam Aaron is doing. We asked him for something like this. He's providing it. How it turns out in the end, I don't think anyone knows, but I'm on board with this to see it through. That's all I know. So the price action today really means nothing to me, honestly. It really doesn't. I've seen worse dips.
I see a couple questions on someone asking about GCT. GCT's, Webull already fixed it. I don't know why they had a technical issue, but it's fixed. You can trade on Webull for GCT now. Watch it in pre-market. I'm going to be up at 4 a.m. watching it. And I will sell my Webull GCT if there is any run up in pre-market. Still have my Fidelity shares that I bought this afternoon, and I'll review those during the day tomorrow.
Was GCT runner today? GCT?
It opened at 12. If you got him pre-IPO, ran up to 20, dropped down to 13. There was a lot of problems with brokers getting it trading today, including Webull, which did the IPO. All that got sorted by about 2 o'clock, and it started taking off. And it's currently at $18 and change. So up about 50%.
Okay, so opened at 20, came down to 13, and then back up to 18.
Pre-order at 12.
Oh, 12. Okay.
Ran up right away to 20, 21 bucks, and then ran down to 13 because nobody could buy it.
Right. Okay. That's the only reason why it ran down. So there might be more room for this to run then, possibly.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I held. I don't usually like to hold stuff like this overnight, but I made an exception. And I only have enough in it that if it goes down to 10 bucks or 9, I will lose 0 winks of sleep over it. I'm not a put $60,000 on an IPO kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That is a recipe for disaster. I saw people doing that on other plays, Forza, Meagle. I don't roll that way. Too risky.
It is risky. It is risky. Coinbase. I'll never forget Coinbase. That was my lesson.
Still
Always
a painful memory in my mind. Coinbase.
It is T.
Only some adept put buying saved my ass on that.
Yeah, you recovered with those puts, right? That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought Coinbase on the IPO, got out on a loss a day or so later, and then bought puts and rode it all the way down and made my money back. But that was irritating as hell.
Yeah, that was rough. I think that got halted too on the way up, didn't it?
Which one?
On Coinbase when it was on to run up. Did it go?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
That was like a year ago. I've slept since then, Mass. All right, people want to know about Meagle and a bunch of other plays. The only thing I can tell you is look at the charts, and I'll give my standard disclaimer. The message that I'm refining: never underestimate retail's willingness to pile into bad plays. That's the nicest way I can say that. Meagle is continuing a downtrend. It had a little spike on the 15th, and there is definitely opportunity for any play to move back up if money comes back into it. And who knows, maybe Hong Kong will say, Meagle all the way, Meagle to the moon. But in general, if you look at the charts, Meagle is not trending the right direction. So I am not jumping in to try and buy the dip on something that is declining day after day. I would and did jump in on this run-up day right here. Sure did. And then I sold, and I'm not getting back in. I do not buy, other than AMC, I do not buy stuff that is declining like this. Not day tradable little stocks that we know nothing about. AMC is a different beast. We know everything about it. It's a massive, the largest theater company out there. And there was a reason it's been getting beat down because of COVID and yada, yada, yada shorts. These are not short squeezes. These are low float IPOs on piece of shit companies. So no, I'm not playing Meagle. But if I see Meagle running again, and I don't mean one bar, right? Like today, this one bar, not enticing to me. I got to see real structured movement.
Stepping again. Absolutely. Start stepping slowly. BBBY had a tough day today, huh?
It did.
20% down. After hours, another 44% down. Is that correct?
It is currently at 10 bucks. It was at $30 yesterday.
Smoked.
It is brutal. It is disappointing. It's gut-wrenching if you were in it. Even more gut-wrenching if you were buying at 30 or 25. Horrible.
Yeah.
But we did talk about it for sure on the lives. And I was talking about it. Super Steven was on in voice chat on the live, and we were both saying we feel it's overvalued at this point.
And look, some people made some money, and I'm happy. For those in retail who made money, congrats, man. Props, and I'm really happy. I'm actually, to me, the price action, but the move by Cohen I think is more shocking to me. Not shocking so much, but he made a move and sold a stock that was, in his opinion, as well overvalued. I get it. I think some people might have been a little misled about his position on BBBY. I think it's different for GME, possibly. But look, yeah, you can't expect Ryan Cohen to pass up an opportunity like that. He's going to
I
take
did not
advantage of it.
expect Ryan Cohen to do that nonsense. I mean, that caught everybody off guard.
Why do you think he did it?
I think he was mad at management and not happy with the way things are going.
Yeah.
That's the only logical explanation.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't hear anything else. That's the only thing I heard. I did hear Kramer and Bonehead there talking about getting the SEC involved. You know, the SEC's got enough on their plate right now.
What would the SEC do?
No idea. I don't know. They were talking
He
about this
did
on mainstream
everything
media.
legally.
I know this was on mainstream media. I know. Don't ask.
He filed the paperwork. He did everything legally. Nothing they can do to him. John O'Connor, good evening. Always learning. Good evening. Always learning. I'll get to your question in a second. Is there any chance this ridiculous price drop over the last 2 days is market pricing in APE early? We're going to come back to that. I just want to talk about Tough Built because someone is asking about Tough Built. Tough Built, guys, what I'm going to encourage you to do is go look at their financials, look at the earnings per share on a quarterly and annual basis, look at their top line revenues, and just recognize that you're buying a company that is in serious trouble. That's why it fell all the way to $1. I own Tough Built products. I like the company. It is struggling though. And that's why it's where it's at. But people on YouTube are saying high short interest, and they stop their analysis right there. That is not sufficient. But my caveat that I'm going to keep on saying is never underestimate retail's willingness to run in and buy a doggy stock. And if I see that, I will be right in there with you. If you guys pile in, or someone on Stock Twits gets everybody all excited, or Twitter, and they pile in, I'll be right in. I have played Tough Built, but I'm not holding it, and I'm definitely not buying on a declining chart. We're looking for confirmed reversals to get in and day trade these. You want to ride it out and take a chance that, you know, you're going to buy it cheap and it'll pop, you know, that could happen for sure. But you could also ride it all the way back down, buying the dip to $1. So who knows? My crystal ball is not out of the shop till next week. And I just can't see that far ahead. If it starts moving, I will be right back in it for a few minutes. All right. Mass, what do you think about this question from Always Learning? Is there any chance the ridiculous price drop for the last 2 days could be the market pricing in APE early?
Is there a possibility? I mean, whoever thinks they're moving around the shares right now, I think is out of their mind.
What do you mean?
They've been moving them around. Someone said that they are already they're delaying them 2 days or something like that. I've heard a bunch of nonsense, but basically, what are you asking me? What are you're asking?
He said,
specifically?
He said, do we think that the price of AMC dropping is the market pricing in the stock split, or the splitting of AMC and APE?
So they dropped us from 27, which would have put us at what, $13.50 per share, down to we'd be at $9.50 today.
Yep.
$9.50. Is it overvalued at that price? If you had just AMC shares, is that overvalued? I don't think so. Not the way the company is looking right now.
I still think, and this is straight up honest truth, that what I said at the beginning of the week is that they would do their best through mainstream media and paid grifters on YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit and Stock Twits to scare you guys into selling, thinking that the APE is bad, talking about 5 billion, which is straight up bullshit, talking about dilution next week, which is straight up bullshit. We already went over that at the beginning of this broadcast. Read the 8K from Adam Aaron and AMC, the FAQ that was posted today. The link is in this video description. All of these are scare tactics, I think, to get the price down this week before we go into next week. That is all that I think this is, so that they can use whatever scare tactics they can to get the price down. It was getting out of hand, and they had an opportunity to use some fear mongering on you, and they're going to never let a crisis go to waste.
Nope.
There's confusion that can be sown. They're going to sow it. It's propaganda. It's fear tactics. It's what one enemy does to another. Of course, they're going to scare you, and they're going to double down by shorting it and turning on the sell algorithm to drive it down even more. And then once that process starts, then the high-speed algos come in, and the little amateur YouTube shorting channels come in, and it just becomes a shorting party until someone says enough and starts buying.
Tony, can we just pull up the VW? Can you pull up? Can I put up a chart real quick? The VW squeeze chart.
Which one?
The VW squeeze chart. Did it come up in the?
Oh yeah, hang on. Let me put yours up there. Go ahead.
It's not opening all the way. What the hell? Hang on. Oh, I can't get it to open. Okay, there we go. That's better. Look at that right before VW went crazy. I mean, it took a huge tumble right before it skyrocketed. And the same thing happened, I believe, with GME. The three charts would look absolutely similar. Now, I'm not saying we're going to skyrocket like we did, obviously, compared to this chart, but I'm just saying a lot of times there is a huge dip right before that squeeze. So I mean, I don't know. This really didn't concern me that much today. I was kind of expecting we were going to run down a little bit. I was expecting them to, but the good thing about it is I think that those cheaper shares now, and once this happened, which is basically a stock split. I mean, let's be real. In all intents and purposes, all this is a stock split straight up. It's worded a little funny and it's a little quirky or whatever, but that's what it is. And you know, with that being the case, having it down in a lower number is possibly going to, you know, bring more people in to buy. So I think it's going to be a buying opportunity, honestly. They can go ahead and drive the price down. If you can get it at a discount, $3 off per share, I'd take it. I'd take it. I've been waiting to try to get shares at $6. And then we're going to see what happens very shortly after that. Whether our thoughts were right or wrong.
Angelino, what's going on? Tally Foreman. I see someone said Diaz left. Did he check out for the night? Diaz still here, or did he leave?
I don't see him in the chat anymore. I did see him earlier. I definitely
Yeah, he was here in the beginning.
Okay. Yep. Some other people in the chat are saying.
Jordan says Tony's laughing inside because he committed to buy AMC on Friday. No. I got a shit ton of AMC in my Fidelity account that is not looking pretty today. But I am buying tomorrow. I said I'll buy unless it's over $1,000, just to prove that I will get APEs in a separate account. I'm going to buy it on my TD Ameritrade tomorrow. And then I'll post the APEs on whatever day I get them.
It stinks because my cost average on Webull is way lower than on Fidelity right now. So the two accounts look very different because I didn't transfer over to Fidelity till right before the fall. So all the shares I bought since on Fidelity are at higher prices. Obviously, I haven't been able to buy as many as of late. So it stinks. My Fidelity account doesn't look that great either, Tony. My Webull looks much better. Much better.
Bill A says, Boss Blunt did a great stream today covering the FAQ I heard that he did. I talked to Pantheon earlier today, congratulated them on doing that. We also covered it on my channel this morning. My stream got chopped due to some Streamlabs problems this morning, but one of my part 1, 2, or 3 this morning covered a walkthrough on the FAQ. I may pull that out and push it as a separate video because we went through everything. So between what we covered this morning and what Boss and Pantheon covered, Pantheon said the same thing. He's like, damn, Tony, we freaking nailed it with the video we did a week or 10 days ago. Like, we sat in a closet for 3 days and read papers, came out with a video as a team. And then Adam Aaron, 7-10 days later, comes out with the FAQ that could have freaking been pulled from our video. It was such a match.
Really. Yeah. Same information, right? Pretty much.
Same freaking information. New guy says, Tony and Massive, no major price movement on AMC after APE. Would it make sense to buy more and keep stashing? I'm going to keep buying on dips. Yes. Are we still on for MOAS if this doesn't show signs of interest to cover short? So nothing has changed for me in this sense, guys. And I said this a couple times on the live today. But if you missed that, welcome to the stream this evening. Box office revenues are improving. AMC's revenues are improving. The trajectory of revenue and earnings per share is getting back to 2018 and 2019 levels where we had some profitable quarters. And I think in the next 1 to 4 quarters, we have a chance of seeing a profitable quarter for AMC. Bullish argument number 1. What's the major bearish argument that has always been lobbed at AMC, MASSALORIAN? Debt. Now, what does Adam Aaron have as his little golden tickets in his back pocket? 484 million of them, which he doesn't have to use, but everybody knows he's got that swagger now. He got 484 million apes in his fucking back pocket.
Bullets. Yeah. Yep.
He got 484 apes in the back pocket and 2 big hanging balls in the front pocket.
Yeah.
He's got the swagger, guys. There is no more short thesis. This company is not going bankrupt. So could the play take longer than you expected now if there's no major catalyst today, tomorrow, or next week? Yeah, it could take a lot longer. But you got to decide. You got to decide if you're in for that or not. That's your choice. That's not my choice.
Yep. And for me at this point, I mean, I've ridden this long. I'm not. Why would I bail now? I mean, it makes no sense. I will hope for some black swan event if nothing happens next couple of days that forces some craziness, or who knows? Maybe we're going to see the first $2 billion movie with Avatar in Q4. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen. So I'm not giving up on AMC. Not at this point. I'm just going to be going forward, changing some of my trading strategy. That's all.
Ellie's asking, when will AMC be out of debt? I mean, we're not making any money to pay off the debt, Ellie. Let's be blunt. Let's deal with facts. We are owners, we're investors of this company. You have hopefully looked at the financials. The company is not making money. They do not have any ability right now to pay off the debt. And even if they get profitable next year, there's zero chance they will generate $5 billion in profit to pay off the debt. The APE potential future dilution is absolutely necessary for this company to pay off the debt. Otherwise, they got to restructure it, kick it down the road. Going to have the shorts throwing darts at us for the next 10 years, talking about debt, short this bitch.
Yep.
So as much as you don't like apes and the potential of future dilution, that is the ticket to the company getting free. When would they do it? Probably not until they need it. June next year is the first little bit of debt that needs to get paid off. No, they got $1 billion in the bank. There's no need to go dilute tomorrow, next week, even this year.
No rush. No rush. He said, did Adam Aaron mention anything about this in comparison to the agreement that they had about how many shares or the shares that they were asking for? Remember the line was from AMC that until the whole calendar year of 2022, they weren't going to ask for any dilution, right? And APE's not going to do that.
I'm pulling up. Let's pull up exactly what he said. This is from the filing with the SEC today, the 8K, talking about when would you do, when and what could you do as far as dilution. When will AMC issue or sell the remaining APEs, the 484 million? If and when the board chooses to issue or sell them, the AMC will file any required documentation with the SEC and make appropriate public disclosures. The mere existence of them does not imply anything about the timing of future issuance or sales. So all the people making videos saying next week you're going to be diluted, you're just making your own facts up. And somewhere in here they talk about, okay, there's some other things here about dates. Let me find it. You can take some questions while I try and find what I'm looking for.
Sure. Annie T just said, oh boy, I already fell behind on this. It's terrible. Let's see. Hold on. BioLifeHab says, did Ryan Cohen make all the long calls in BBBY that the hedgies have? Worthless, interesting theory. He did it right before APE issued. Smooth brained on that one. Yeah, it was interesting. The timing is a little interesting. So are you guys basically saying Mo asked tomorrow at 2 o'clock? Absolutely not, Broke Ape. I would never, and neither would Tony ever say that. Annie says holding is the only way we can expose all synthetic shares. Corruption we have to hold. If the synthetics are out there, that's right. We have to hold. And we will scream bloody murder if they are not in our accounts, right?
Absolutely.
There's going to be a big problem if somehow they're short, I don't know, 500, 6, who knows how many. But if there is across the market, we see that these apes are not getting delivered, then we need to take to the streets. I don't know, something. We got to do something. I mean, this is going to be crazy. If we, who knows what could happen. I mean, worst case scenario, I don't even want to think about it. Like I said to you earlier on the phone, Tony, like, what do we do at that point? Like, what happens at that point when everyone realizes, holy shit, there's no apes. Where the hell are they all?
I would say, you know, by Monday, most of you should have your ape. I'm going to say 90%, but at the latest, if I'm wrong about Monday, at the latest 90% should have them by Wednesday.
That's what
and
I
then
saw.
Maybe some international folks might take till Friday. But
I saw a couple international folks say Tuesday too.
if you're not getting them in a reasonable amount of time, then you start raising bloody hell with your broker and you start letting us know. And at some point where enough days have gone by that a reasonable wait for the shares to be propagated through the system occurs, then we will raise bloody hell with the media, with TV. I'll get on Charles Payne. I'll fucking fly to Kramer's studio and stalk him outside the New York Stock Exchange if I have to.
Yep. Call the local news stations
on the pull-up bars. Yep. Whatever we got to do, guys.
Call the local news stations. Yep, for sure.
But your broker is the one that you hold responsible. It's AMC has the easiest job. Push the button, issue the things on Friday night. After that, it's the broker's fault if you don't have them.
It's out of Adam Aaron's hands. Absolutely. Yep. So we're gonna see what happens. Be interesting. Will be interesting. I'm hopefully going to culminate in something good for us. I really do. for everyone's sake. And I know a lot of people are, banking on these synthetics and these hypothecated shares being out there. And, there's a good possibility. A lot of people said, how did they drive us down so, so badly for the last 8 months, 9, 10 months? The market came down, but we're going to find out about these synthetics if they're out there. And that's the one blessing that we have from this. Plus, we have to be able to say, you can't short AMC anymore because he's got the bullets if he needs to raise money. So Ape Famous says, if we don't get Ape, then they're synthetics. Ape value goes up. AA pours. Damn it. Things fast. AA pours. Oh shit, I just lost it.
Mass, I don't think I told you this earlier, but I had an interesting discussion with a potential future special guest that I may have on the show here in a few weeks. He's a professor, former head of the School of Accounting at a major university. He's got a doctorate degree in accounting, and he runs an accounting business, a global one. And I talked to him about the GameStop thing today. You know how everybody's going crazy about GameStop. The DTCC didn't follow GME's instructions. I don't know if you're tuned in.
Yes. I caught up. I caught some of it. Yes.
People have not accepted the fact that their due diligence on GameStop was bad. And so no one wants to listen to me. I'm a nobody in the GameStop world, but I thought we would get a legitimate accounting expert in as a special guest. Now he's going on a fishing trip to Canada next week, so he can't do it until he gets back. But we're going to talk about the same thing that we did a due diligence review about the difference between a stock split and a stock split dividend on GameStop. And he said the same thing that we said when I talked to him on the phone today. Basically, I wish people would quit using those words because they're pretty much interchangeable, other than some back-end accounting at the company itself.
Right.
So I hope to provide a little bit more sanity to the GameStop community with a qualified PhD in accounting here in a couple weeks. But we need to get over all of this, creating our own theories. Now did you hear this, MASSALORIAN? They're hoping that Ryan Cohen in 35 days has GME removed from the DTC. That's the latest theory.
Why? Well, let's back up for 1 second, because I wasn't really clear on exactly what was going on this afternoon.
The theory is that the DTC did not follow GameStop's instructions in coding the split as a dividend. And my position is they did exactly what GME told them to do. And if they didn't, you would have heard from somebody at the company by now.
Yeah, why hasn't GameStop said anything?
Mum.
Yeah.
You'd think if they got screwed, they'd be raising bloody hell, right? Or putting out letters to investors. No, you guys, not my audience, but the ones who might catch this on replay, you're making up your own damn theories. And now the theories are going, in 30 days, Ryan Cohen's going to have GME removed from the DTC. So basically what they're saying, Mass, is Ryan Cohen is voluntarily going to delist his entire company.
His own company. Okay. That would be pretty wild. That'd be pretty
just
wild
cut
to
off
see.
all access to capital, move it to the NFT market.
Why not? Why not? So was the original story that this had something to do with DRS? Is that what the original people were upset about?
No, I mean, people saw the word dividend in stock split dividend and assumed that the shorts would be standing outside ComputerShare's office waiting for handouts, because all the ComputerShare people would soak up the shares because they've logged the float at ComputerShare with DRS, and there'd be nothing left. But that was the critical flaw in their theory, that because the word dividend was in there, that it was somehow different than a split, in which case everything, including shorts, just splits. Divide by 4, you're done, push a button, it's over.
How come you think that we saw GME run? Oh, not how come, but do you think, because after we did see GME run for a little bit, and me and you both thought, whether privately or on the live stream, that possibly GME was gonna come back down to a new to technical level. Do you have any expectations that just the action itself of the split being mimicking what just happened with GME will cause us a little bit of a bump just based off of what just happened recently?
GME ran for the main reason we hoped it would, which was investors being excited about it, and that is a great thing, right?
The price coming down, right? Don't you think?
That gets the shorts in trouble. People buying the stock, being excited, and it still can and will run based on that. But we need to get over and just move on past this whole thing about the DTCC screwed it up.
Yeah.
Let's get back to you love the company and you want to buy the stock. I mean, the split thing's done. People essentially duped themselves.
Yeah, psych themselves out, right?
Nobody duped you. I mean, you read something on Google and made up your own theory.
And then we've all done it. We've all done it.
Oh yeah.
We've all done it.
Yeah, we might be doing it right now on APE.
Right. That's right.
Right?
Might be out
That's
of our
my biggest fear.
That's right.
My biggest fear is we got this entire ape theory wrong, and we're going to find out there's no synthetics. Here we've been talking about the float being sold over. Now what happens if nothing happens by Monday?
What about all those Excel spreadsheets with 5 billion synthetics on them? And if we only had 70%.
I tell you what, I'm not going to do, MASSALORIAN. If Monday turns out, or the end of next week, if it turns out we're wrong, I'm not going to blame Adam Aaron or the DTCC. I'm going to blame myself and move on with my love for the company. We're not going to get hung up on conspiracy theories.
Yep. This should solve the issue. What we're about to see happen right now. This should be it. We're either going to get the apes or we're not.
New Mega says, any thoughts on what the hedge fund's options to counter this play? Yes, I have a lot of thoughts. I have enough to make you not sleep for the entire weekend, New Mega.
Thank you, New Mega, by the way.
But I'm not going to dwell on those until we get to the end of this week. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I mean, I don't want to waste hours of your time tonight walking you through every possible scenario.
That's stupid. It's a waste of time.
Let's see if what we're hoping to happen tomorrow happens. But I've always said that this ape is more of a play on rehypothecation than shorts, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
My belief is that there's way more rehypothecated shares because it's not easily trackable than there is shorts, and the shorts can figure out ways to get around it. And the only thing that I've talked about as far as like one example, right? I have not looked at every lender agreement out there, but let's say I'm a short seller and I sold short, or I borrowed $1 million worth of AMC and sold it. So I owe Bank of America $1 million worth of stock, right? And then the stock splits on Monday. Now AMC's $12.50 instead of $25. Did my obligation for, what did I say, $1 million?
Yeah, $1 million.
Did my obligation for $1 million get cut in half? No.
No, the same investment.
Yeah. Now Bank of America is either going to say one of two things. Tony, we want our $1 million back when you're ready, per the lending agreement we signed with you, and we want, now that it's split, we want $500,000 in AMC and $500,000 in APE. That's a bad situation for me as a short because I did not get APE. Now I got to go buy it.
Right.
And who am I going to buy it from? You guys or institutions who got legal shares, which is why it fucking pisses me off so much that people are telling you to sell APE, because you're literally handing the short something they need at a cheaper price by selling it if there's selling pressure. So I do not like the sell APE on Monday or next week argument. You're playing right into the hand of what they need. And all these fudsters and grifters, and uneducated, maybe just, lazy, didn't read the documents or take the time to understand what's going on. All these people saying sell APE are missing that point. The shorts need APE. And if you're being encouraged by them to sell it, you're giving the shorts exactly what they want, because they're not going to get it and they're going to need it.
Yeah. And we got them.
If you want to give it to them, make them freaking bid it up. Bid it up, bitches.
Yeah.
You set the price.
Come get them. That's right. Come get them.
But the other scenario for New Mega, just to kind of bring it, one example, how could they get out? What if Bank of America says to me, Tony, you owe us that $1 million and you borrowed AMC, and we know it's split now into AMC and APE. To be honest, Tony, we just want our $1 million. We don't care about APE. Just buy us twice as much AMC. That's one way they could get out of it without, do a workaround around APE. But they still got to buy twice as much AMC. So it's going to run the price up on that. There's really no way out for the shorts. Nobody's getting out easy because the price is dropping.
No,
their obligation
we'd have to let them out.
Changing. Huh?
We'd have to let them off the hook, literally.
Yeah, I mean, the only way they get off easy is if people sell.
Truth. Yep. Truth.
Jordan says, special guest Lou, professor of the street. Yeah, and if you don't believe that walkthrough that I gave you, just ask anybody on the street.
Hey, we thought we were getting APE for a penny. This is a steal.
Yeah, just
a stock
mere
split.
Days ago, we thought we were getting it for a penny.
Yeah, imagine. Man.
I'll
stay with the regular AMC. I love that. Like as diet and regular, he says. I'll stay with the regular AMC as opposed to what? Diet, caffeine-free AMC, alcohol-free. You can't play options, Chess Pizza Dream. No options on APE. Right, T?
Not that we know of.
Far?
I did not check CBOE today, but last time I checked, there are no options on APE. Doesn't mean that there won't be. And even, even if there are, it's not going to be on day one, because they got to have a certain trading volume before you can start trading options.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could drop it. They could drop it if they want to. The exchange decides, not Adam Aaron.
Right. And that could go, I mean, that could go either way with options, right? They could help us or hurt us.
They told me that they generally don't do options on preferred shares. So we'll see.
Shares,
I mean,
right.
I'm not considering these preferred shares. They're depository receipts. So we'll see. If they can make money on it, I bet you they'll do it. What do you think?
Yeah.
This is Wall Street we're dealing with, guys.
This is Wall Street. Yeah. 100%. Everyone's in it to make money.
Did you see
they can still short APE though? DM is saying they can still short APE.
Yes.
Once it's once it's that's right. Yeah, it's true. Right.
We need a walk and talk with Tony on the streets of Austin. That would be fun.
You should do that.
Maybe a horseback walk and talk.
There you go. You have a big park in Austin. You could go walk in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
MASSALORIAN, I said, if you ever come to Austin, guys, you need to go down to the river that goes through the center of our town. Our park and our jogging trail, our walking trail down there blows away anything you would ever see in New York. The scenery there, MASSALORIAN,
I bet.
It is real, and they are spectacular, if you know what I mean.
I bet. I'm sure it's beautiful. Someday.
Although I did a summer trip to Boston, and you guys got some pretty good scenery there in the summer.
I like it up here.
The other 11 and a half months of the year.
Yeah, no, not a fan. Not a fan of the rest. Definitely. Got to get me south. Waiting for a little money from AMC. Waiting for a little money.
Phone call just came in. Everybody in the chat's getting sued. Line up.
Yeah, right.
From your friend in New York.
Yeah, he was whacking lawsuits on everybody. Boy, oh boy.
T+0 settlement on APE. Still have not had time to look into that. I have that one bookmarked. Depending on what time we get done today, or maybe it'll take me through the weekend, but I do want to look into that. Is Bigham's in the chat? Did he look at T+0 settlement? There was some messaging going around saying, "Hey guys, I assure you, based on this carefully clipped paragraph here on Twitter, that they got to settle it same day."
All right, hold on, T. Everyone's saying we got to ask Birdman's question. This is like the 5th or 6th time I've seen it. I don't want to miss it again. Want me to read it real quick? It says, why can't DTCC just have brokers provide APE in accounts, even if there's much more AMC than the available float of APE? Possible or fantasy?
Is Birdman in your chat?
No, he's on yours.
I'm looking for the question so I can pop it up there.
Yep, it's Birdman 3127. 22:53 is the time. That helps. 22:53. 22:53:08.
I don't see him. Oh, I have top chat instead of live chat. Shit. No wonder I'm missing so many comments.
You've had on top chat the whole time?
Can you read the question one more time? Do you still have it up?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Why can't the DTCC just have brokers provide APE in accounts, even if there's much more AMC than the available float of APE? Possible or fantasy?
You mean like why can't they just create synthetic APE?
That's what I think he's saying. I think that's what that's the only way I can read that. Like basically just putting an IOU.
You can bet next week, if nothing happens on Friday, that is going to be the leading theory. They just created a bunch of synthetics.
They can't, guys. They have to be registered with the DTCC. They all have to be logged. They can't just. There's got to be something. If they didn't do that, then we're gonna see that in the next couple of days from AMC. We're gonna know that that's what they were doing. But there is a record of that transaction. DTCC
Adam Aaron is issuing a set amount, 516 million. And after that, any others that are created would be created through someone loaning them or rehypothecating them. The DTCC is not just going to say, you know what, you needed an extra 10 million. Let me just
give him to you, throw it on there. Yeah, no problem. Here you go.
I owe you, you owe me. That friend in need.
Doesn't work like that.
It does not work that way. And you got to stop listening to people that tell you nonsense like that.
And I know a lot of people want it. A lot of people are confused about that still. People are still asking about that, why they just can't do that. So I get it. It's something that everyone's always asking about, but they just can't do that. There has to be a registry.
If I truly believed that there was that much blatant illegality and ability to create infinite shares whenever they wanted, just at the click of a button, I would not ever invest my money.
How could you ever be in Wall Street?
Either. I know you guys would not either. If you think that they will collude to create infinite shares, no matter what, you are admitting to yourself that you can never win. That just is not, it's not logical. There are plenty of legal ways they can create rehypothecated and loan shares. They don't need to click buttons and create IOUs out of thin air.
And leave themselves on the hook for a disaster on their hands. That's not what they're out to do.
Our QSIP number is traceable, Bob. I see this a lot. You know, someone tweeted me one time, you know, all the GME shares should be traceable by the QSIP and the unique identifying number on them. A QSIP is like a high-level barcode number. Mayonnaise, Hellman's, 16 ounce. It does not identify every bottle of mayonnaise individually. It's tied to the description of that share. It's not an individual tracker for every share. There is no barcode for each share, not at a QSEP level.
Someone says, "Damn 6, aren't you tired?" Sorry, someone said, "Do you want to?" Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Someone said, "Damn 6, aren't you tired of hearing the same answers in all these channels yet?" Are you guys getting all pretty much the same answers all across the board? That would be a good thing if we're all on the same page. So I would say that would be a good thing if everyone's on the same page with what's going to happen over the next couple of days.
I know some of you guys that are asking questions have been in my chat and Boss Blunt's and Pantheon's every day this week. You should. Nothing that we're saying today is different than what we've been saying the last 10 days. Six Sun says, what is the benefits of Adam Aaron giving us the APE dividend? Well, it is a chance to unearth any rehypothecated or synthetic shares. If they exist, this is your shot. He's trying to get us off his back, asking for a dividend. He's making a valiant effort. Whether or not it works or not, to be determined. Stay tuned. We'll know in the coming days. And of course, we can't overlook the obvious. He slid a little bit of bonus in for himself, the ability to add in some extra shares at some point in the future and pay off the company's debt. And if you view dilution as a bad thing, I get it. Not one of us wants dilution, but we also own a company that has $5 billion in debt with no way to pay it off. So you could also say that he gave himself a toolkit to pay off the debt in the future. And if you're going to be holding this for the long term, that might just come in handy. None of us are fans of dilution, but I cannot create a scenario where we generate $5 billion in revenue in the next couple of years to pay off all the debt and positive cash flow. If you have a scenario and you want to walk through financial statements with me, I'm happy to do that with you. And if that makes you angry that I'm saying that, well, I mean, you need to look into companies before you buy them. Proud Ma asking, isn't the ape only 1 cent? So you gotta leave that dude on the street behind, Proud Ma. Come over to the fold. We'll take care of you. That 1 cent thing was blown out of the water on day one. Yeah, unfortunately, in YouTube land, being first usually means you're wrong, and that was a big mistake that he made, and clearly demonstrated he doesn't know how to read a document or understand what par value is. No, it will not be 1 cent.
And that's just a basic set rule of the market. Can open a stock at a penny. Anyone with any experience on Wall Street would know that. Anyone.
Yeah, I mean, if you had any experience on Wall Street, you would know that there's not one fucking stock listed for a penny. Why would you even make a video saying that?
It's like a placeholder. It's.
I mean, I know one reason I'd make a video saying that, to make 5 more after that, correcting what I said, and get paid about $2,000 for the day.
You know,
Boom.
the more I've, and I mean, I might be just catching on here, but the more that I've watched, that starts to make more and more sense to me. So you come out with your first video of the day. I could do this tomorrow. I could come out in the morning, say something wild, and then all day read the comments, have people comment on what I just said, and then make 4 more videos to correct or explain the first one. That makes a lot more sense. And instead of doing 1 video a day or, doing a live stream 2 or 3 times a week, it's genius now. Genius.
I love
wasn't catching on to that.
I love Alex falls from the chair as the catalyst.
The new chair.
We need someone in the chat named Alex fell off the chair.
That was funny.
Alex, say hi if you're listening in tonight.
That was pretty funny. Steven Cyber keeps saying, you are saying that this is another 2-year play. Steven, I have no idea where you got that from.
I don't think I said that.
Definitely not.
I said if there's no catalyst, you know, until there is a catalyst, we're stuck waiting for fundamentals to improve, and they are improving. There's no timeline because who knows when a catalyst comes along. I could think of 100 possible catalysts right now that are easily in the realm of possibility.
For sure.
Ken Griffin goes to jail. Citadel has financial problems. The stock market crashes. China goes under. SEC makes a ruling on payment for order flow. CAP phase 6. ISDA phase 6. There's infinite scenarios of catalysts that could start this thing squeezing. Elon buys AMC. But in the reality, if we don't have any of these catalysts that kick things off, you are stuck waiting for a slow improvement in the company's fundamentals, plus the comforting fact knowing that Adam Heron has golden tickets in his back pocket that the company is not ever going to go bankrupt unless he squanders it.
Which I don't think is going to happen. Look at his track record.
I have no timeline. I don't know how long all of that's going to take. 6 months to get profitable, a year or 2 years, no freaking clue. I would not put a date on that.
Would you ever do a debate, me and you versus Lou and Elk Lasagna?
What is there to debate?
I don't know.
How many squirrels they saw in the park? Who's hiding behind the monument?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know what we would really talk about. That's true. That's a good point. I can
tear up their videos in about the first 30 seconds of them talking, but it's just not even worth my time to watch them.
Anyone that has to scream Team Tony in the background during a video has issues.
I listened to one a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago from Al talking about AMC maybe doing a split or a reverse split. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what the minimum price is on NASDAQ for AMC, but and I was like, we're not even on NASDAQ, you dumbass. You can't even get that right.
Like first thing, wrong exchange. Hello. I'm a Harvard grad. The hedgies were dying to get me in. The hedgies were dying to get me in their offices.
I'm pretty sure the MBA and finance in Boston also rushed out a 1 cent penny video also, if I'm not mistaken. Once him and Lou got their talking points from the boss, they both quickly rushed out a video. Probably should have read the document first, or maybe cracked open your accounting book to review the meaning of par value.
Right.
But I mean, to people who are not educated in finance or accounting, it probably sounds pretty good. Alex fell for it. I saw you featured her in your video.
Hook, line, and sinker. She was in.
I was fucking flabbergasted. I'm like, what?
So was I.
Look on my face. What are you saying? Yeah, he sounds believable. I'm like, what? And she was almost arguing with me. Like, I know. I've known her for years.
She was sticking up for him. I know. It's nuts. That's how rabid his fans are. They're crazy. They're nutty. I mean, when did my first Lou video was a year ago when he walked in that AMC theater, and I got ripped to shreds by his followers. They're very loyal, man. And you could see how. I mean, Alex was hooked in not even 10 minutes. Charisma's off the chains.
Yeah. He's far more entertaining than we are.
Yeah. He's got way better stories. and he's got way better dates and prices. I can't come close to anything he does.
The
No
Bruda
part
says,
two.
let me read Bruda's comment. Thank you, brother. If APE shares carry voting rights, won't institutions just buy out the float of APE after it starts trading and vote something into AMC? Let me answer the second part of that first. Nobody can vote anything until the company proposes the vote. So there's no vote planned anytime soon. And at the point that the company AMC proposes a vote, whoever owns all the shares, each one of us gets a vote. Could the institutions buy out the float? I don't know. Are you going to sell to them? Again, why are people pushing you to sell your APE?
Got to ask yourself. Why would anyone want you to sell APE? What is in it for them? Corbin says our CEO is an APE. Eat that. Everyone's saying MOAS starts tomorrow. Buy APE, don't sell it. Lou is a genius. I know Angelina loves Lou. It's okay. I know she's got a thing for him.
Click Kitty says, with so much
I'm
corruption
not
in the
like
market,
that.
you can understand why people have a hard time trusting Adam Aaron. I absolutely understand it. Every day I wake up and I'm like, do I like him today or do I not like him? I'm right there. I'm human with you guys. But what option do we have? He's the CEO of the company. If you don't trust him, do not be in this play. That's all I can say. Why are you in this play if you don't like the CEO? Honestly.
Right.
Self check here. Tough question time. If you don't like them, go find a company that you like, that you trust the CEO. Someone else will buy your shares. Trust me.
Yep. DB Cooper says, I think come next week, we will find out. This is all a big nothing sandwich. We will just go on looking for the next catalyst, on and on and on. It's possible, DB Cooper. I mean, if some of these guys are wrong, that there are not 5 billion sit out there, or even 70 or even 30% of 5 billion would be enough to make this thing run crazy. I mean, if they're just completely total off, yeah, we might not see anything for a little while. We'll have to wait for something else to come along. But I'm good with that right now. And I was talking to Tony about this earlier, and I just said, I will figure out, what's going on with myself going forward, and hold my position that I have right now. At this point right now, I'm going to hold this thing, and I'm definitely not getting rid of my apes. And, that's a personal decision I have to make, and everyone has to do that for themselves. You got to just know when to pull the trigger. And I wish everyone the best, and no matter what's going to happen. We could see nothing and we're just hodling, but we could also see something crazy. Be prepared for anything. I'm trying to say. Oh, yes, Yucca. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother. Good man. Holy smokes. Is that your first super chat? That big? Oh, no. I know. I remember, Tony. I remember. RC Darren Jones says, is this FUD? RC sold BBBY and now big hedge funds call options are worthless. Sold BBBY and now big hedge funds call options are worthless. Is that true now? See?
I mean, the price plummeted, so someone's call options are worthless, but I don't think it was big institutions buying $60 and $80 calls.
Why would we think that was the hedge?
I would think that if retail saw Ryan Cohen buying them, retail would pile in and copy what Ryan Cohen did. So
any day of the week.
I think retail got screwed.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, we are all just spitballing here. I mean, we know some facts, guys, right? We do have a lot of the facts. There's a couple unknowns that we don't have that we hopefully are going to find out
This
the
is
answer
this
to.
is a big experiment, right? Even like we were saying earlier, nobody knows exactly what to expect in this. This is mostly an untested concept. Even the brokers can't freaking figure it out. And maybe
Right.
that'll work to our advantage if they really are rehypothecated. Maybe they haven't figured out how screwed they are till next week when all hell breaks loose.
Right.
All we can do is cross our fingers and hope there really is massive rehypothecation and they did not clean it up. I'm more focused on that being what is exposed in this than shorts. I think there are ways for shorts to just skip into this like any other stock split and deal with it. But the brokers, if they loaned your shares over and over and over and over, and only one person in that chain's getting the dividend, that will be exposed.
Yep. And I keep going back to that stupid interview with Wes Christian, but when he talked about rehypothecation and loaning out that title for the car 100 times, it's criminal activity. So if they're doing it, it's wrong, and we're going to find out, and we need to scream, to the high heavens and get attention to it and find out what the hell's going on. There could be billions out there. We just don't know. There could be. I just don't know.
Jersey Recycler, could APE be like HKD with lack of shares? Not even in the same ballpark. That was like 20 million shares on HKD, and we're going to have 1 billion between
Big difference.
AMC and APE, 516 million each.
Yep.
No, not even close.
Yeah, so we're going to be at 1.2 billion, right?
I wish it was that simple. And I know there's been some people in the chat say, "Hey, Tony, can you call the guys in Hong Kong and have them pile a bunch of money into AMC? Maybe we can get some buying pressure.
Get this thing going early." Yeah,
they don't want to play stocks that have a float of 500,000 shares.
Right.
500 million or 1 billion. That's just, you can't volume squeeze it that way. Too much liquidity of shares. Floppy says, has anyone seen apes in their account? Nope, Floppy, no one would see apes in their account because AMC is not pushing them out until end of business on the 19th.
Did you see Eddie Spaghetti's comment?
No.
Oh, man. Regardless of next week, says Darren, in the long term, issuance of additional APE will pay down debt and improve the fundamentals. That should scare shorts in itself. Darren, that's what we've been preaching over and over again. 100%, bro. Indeed. I mean, why do you, do you guys think we would still be coming out here if we didn't have a little faith in Adam Aaron? I wouldn't be able to show my face on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I cover other stocks on my channel, which makes some people upset, but I was buying and trading stocks long before AMC came along, and nothing's going to change that. But if I didn't believe in Adam Aaron and this company, why would I spend so much of my free time for free working 20 hours around the clock, pissing Scarlett off, doing due diligence, researching stuff to put out one video every other day if I didn't believe in Adam Aaron and the company? That's just, of course I believe in him. And if I didn't, I could just make 20 videos in the park every day and tell you guys what you want to hear and get rich.
Over and over again. Over and over. Monday, Tuesday, next week, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday this week, next Wednesday. Clark says, hey, Tony and Mass, I don't care. How you doing tonight, Clark? Says, I don't care how long it takes for the shore squeeze. Julie and I will be in this play until we get the short squeeze. Right on, Clark. Heard. Glad you guys are still rocking.
That friggin' guy says any
and by the way,
pearls of-
Thomas. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to read. Someone's asking, do we have any pearls of wisdom from your good friend Morant's rants? I don't listen to him, so no pearls of wisdom.
He didn't look too hot this morning. Yeah, he didn't look too hot this morning on his live stream, from what I could see in his
someone
thumbnail.
tweeted me in a DM and said, "Hey, Morant's rants is saying you're using your sister to get views on your bingo night." I'm like, well, his due diligence on Alex is worse than his due diligence on AMC.
That's right.
He can't get, guy can't get anything right. No wonder he's frustrated.
He can't even identify Alex. I know.
Alex, not my sister, not Scarlett's relative, not related to us. What a dumbass. He needs to work on his due diligence skills, or maybe just call me.
For sure. Yeah, right. And by the way, Thomas, I want to say what's up. Thomas was in the chat. He was saying you guys don't like me anymore. Of course, we love you, bro. I didn't see your chat. I'm not controlling the chat tonight. Tony is in charge of the live. So.
Apes don't sell ape, right? Why would you sell something that is specifically named? And why would Adam Aaron screw us with something named after us? That's also kind of funny to me. Is there going to be dilution to pay off the debt some point, a year, 2, 3, 5 down the road? Probably so. But that is also the keys to the company you own not being bankrupt. And hopefully, before we ever get to the point of needing to use some of that to pay off 2023 debt, we get the squeeze that we are all are waiting for. Sharith, options equals AMC plus APE. Yeah, real quick, I did a video on options. Go watch that. If you're holding any options that expire past tomorrow, if you're holding them right now and they don't expire tomorrow, you're going to see them renamed starting next week. They'll be AMC 1. And your strike price is not going to change, but AMC's price is going to change. So you're going to say, hey, I got gypped. Take the price of AMC, add APE to it, $12.50 plus $12.50, $25 will be your in the money level. And if your strike is 30, well, you're $5 away. Anything new, any new options you buy on AMC starting Monday will be strictly AMC. So if the price of AMC drops to $13 and you buy a $14 AMC call, you're $1 out of the money. And if all that is gibberish, then you're not buying options. So it doesn't pertain to you.
True. Roger says, how about concerns that AMC and APE could be suspended for an extended period of time if it's discovered that there isn't enough apes to go around? Would not happen, right?
No. No. I mean, companies get suspended because of corporate malfeasance, but if the brokers screw something up, then they will have to sort it out. It's not going to get suspended from trading because the broker screwed something up.
Right.
Couple people were commenting all day today about APE is listed on TD Ameritrade and Webull. Guys, if you see it listed anywhere, just know this. We're not going to keep talking about it. I already said it 5 times this morning. It is not trading till next week. It's not even being pushed out by AMC till Friday night to Wall Street. And then they're going to need a few days to sort it out and filter it down through the DTC and the brokers to your accounts. There is no trading going on right now. So they might be getting it set up. You might see it in the system, but there's no real legit data. New guy,
Mark
thank you. Alex is a blast. We'll get her back on bingo another night. She had fun. She said she'd be back. And, you know, weekends are a night for everybody to laugh, hang out, get away from all the craziness and just have some fun together. I'm serious enough during the day. It's nice to do some fun stuff with you guys in the evening. So we'll get her back one night.
Yeah, she looks like she had a good time. She did.
How much is one ape? Mr. Sancho asking. My expectation is it'll be half of whatever AMC's price is on Friday. End of the day. But we'll find out on Monday morning. Just my best guess. Jersey, what was the issue with BBIG not trading for 2 weeks and opened? There is some corporate drama going on at BBIG. They're all the executives are suing each other. It's in court right now. But I guess the judge, the NASDAQ or whatever, got enough progress was made that they allowed the trading. Whoever the bad guys were, allegedly, I don't know who they are. Some people hate the people that got kicked out. Some people hate, what's his name, John Colecchio, who's ever in charge now. I'm not keeping up with BBIG. I stopped following it when I got out in May. But I guess, you know, NASDAQ got the information they needed and they allowed it to start trading again. And then people got excited that it was trading and they ran the price up. I have no interest in owning BBIG. But I wish you good luck, sir. Not you, but, you know, to anyone who's buying it,
anyone
who's
buying it.
Have never been able to find a reason to own it other than I participated in the retail excitement on the run up to Cryptide and made my graceful exit the day before Cryptide spinoff.
You got it. That's when you got out?
Yeah. I made 200% on that play. And now it's down like 75% from that day.
Man. Jeez. DB Cooper, thank you very much, my friend. DB says, my wife's boyfriend said we can trust Adam Aaron. It's good to know. And get someone else here. Man, this chat's going fast. You guys are typing away.
MASSALORIAN, have you seen the Hulk Hogan
sex tape?
Have you seen Hulk Hogan on my channel?
No, not on your channel. No.
Yeah, we had a long-standing bet in the Discord that if AMC ripped this week over $75, that I would rip my shirt off live on camera. I know that sounds horrifying to some people. Scarlett was like, "Well, who's asking that?"
I do remember that now.
I'm like, no, come on, Scarlett.
Oh yeah.
It was just a joke in the Discord. But so yeah, I didn't want to rip up one of my good shirts, so I ordered a Hulk Hogan because, you know, the Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off. I ordered the Hulk Hogan. I got the glasses and the do-rag, the bandana. They want to know if
the tall boots.
They want to know if Hulk Hogan is on this channel, who would the MASSALORIAN be? Who would be your spirit wrestler?
Probably
they've been trying to guess all week who you would be.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was my favorite. He's wild.
Get on Amazon. Get on Amazon.
He's the one. Eric Bischoff.
We'll have a shirt rip off when the rip happens.
All right, we could do that. I gotta get in shape though. Just start doing some push-ups.
Oh man.
Actually, I probably lost 10 pounds this week moving. No joke. Maybe more.
Thank you, Puff Bear. Thank you, DB Cooper. The wife's boyfriend said we can trust Adam Aaron. You already read that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
I need to check with Scarlett's boyfriend, see what he says.
Bam Bam Bigelow, good night. Ray K858, good night. I like Bam Bam Bigelow. He was a good one. Him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan with the 2x4. I was a big fan. Hacksaw. I know I said sex tape. My mind's in the gutter. Sorry. It's been a while.
Someone said, Tony, I'm ad-libbing. Tony, at your age, you're going to tear a tendon trying to rip a shirt off.
By the way, how's your knee? Speaking of that, how's your knee doing?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I can walk and stand up, but sleeping is not that comfortable. I was up till 3 a.m. Couldn't get comfortable last night. Yeah. But this standing desk sure is coming in handy.
Is it? Yeah. Good. Just in time, right?
Well, I went and bought it the day the dog knocked me over. I mean, sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day was going to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's a long time. I did 11 Sunday night trying to get that video finished. At one point, I'm not kidding, at about 7 in the morning, I was falling asleep and my head was hitting the mic and it was popping in my ears. So I would like be here and I was looking at the paper. I'd go down, hit it. It would and it would go in my ears and I'd pop up again. I was like, all right, I had to splash water on my face a couple of times. I was huffing through that. That was a rough one.
I saw you put a video out. You put a video out one morning, like at 5 a.m. as I was watching pre-market. I was like, did he just schedule that for 5 a.m. or did he really just finish working?
No, I really just finished.
God, you are a fucking machine, man.
I had to get that done. It was like it was just something I had to get finished. And once I started it, I'm like, all right, I can't wait till the morning. If I put it off any longer, I'm not going to finish it. Next thing I knew, first it was the birds, then it was the sun, and then the market opened, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm just getting this out now. It's crazy. Someone says, 610 says, Tony, so if I now own 800 AMC shares by Monday, I would own 1,600 shares. Correct, 610.
Yes.
That is correct. It would just be at a different price.
800 AMC, 800 APE.
You got it. You got it. MC, thank you, my friend. Very much. Yeah. Appreciate you, bro, all the time.
Thank you, MC. Great. Rowdy Rod Piper. Man, there's so many good ones going back in the day. Back in the day when we had to get up and manually change the channels.
I remember those days. Someone put Coco B Chanel in here. I was like, whoa, that is a throwback. Holy smoke.
Angelina says, I broke both my arms within a year of each other. At least you didn't break them at the same time, Angelina. Talk about inconvenient.
That sounds horrible. Both arms?
She broke both of her arms within a year, but I've known people that broke both arms at the same time, like on a bad fall. And you can imagine the daily activities that become problematic when both of your arms are in a cast and they're stuck right here. Mom, come wipe my ass.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say.
Home Depot and get a bidet because this is going to be nasty for 6 weeks if you don't.
Oh my God. That would be awful.
Oh, wait. Angelina says I didn't read the rest. North Dakota blizzard and ice. I set them myself. Holy shit. You set your broken arm yourself. Much respect, Angelina.
Seriously.
The only thing I've set myself is a broken finger.
I think I set myself as a table.
I was playing soccer and the ball hit me right there and my middle finger went bloop straight up. So we still had a long time to go in the game, so I just grabbed it and popped it back in till the end of the game.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it was not pretty. I had to go to therapy for about 5 months to be able to bend that finger.
Just to get it back to
finished
normal.
the game and we won, so all good.
There you go. That's all that matters. Did you see Ryan Cohen's tweets?
Another one? No, let me pull it up. I don't see anything recent.
No, me neither. I think someone's looking at the wrong account. I just saw it blow up in the chat.
Clark is saying, is it true Citadel lost $94 billion? I don't remember the number on Citadel, but I do remember seeing some headlines talking about Susquehanna and a couple of others, probably Citadel, filing 13F updates and booking some losses. But to be honest, I've been too busy worrying about APE to focus on that stuff. I think that sounds correct. Do you remember, Mass? Anybody in the chat?
I don't.
Angelina, that is a unique set of talent to know how to set broken arms. Your teens were laughing at you. What the fuck?
What?
Her teens were laughing at her for falling on the ice and then setting her own broken arm.
Thanks, Angelina. Appreciate that. Muskie Doge says, when I buy Kenny G's Island, everyone is invited and we'll do the awards. Nice. There we go. There we go. Riptide Redemption, how you doing tonight? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you very much. Just a quick shout out to all folks I know here in the chat. Thank you both, Tony and Mass, for doing these streams. We appreciate you guys coming by.
Thank you,
We all need
Riptide.
each other, so that's what we're here for.
I had a lot of questions similar to what myself is asking in the chat. What happens if the run-up's on Monday, MASSALORIAN, and the brokers aren't giving us our APE till Wednesday? Well, I don't know. I smell lawsuit.
Yeah. But let's hope we don't get to that. I don't even want to think. And
I'm not trying to worry about what ifs for next week just yet.
Yeah.
Let's see where the price is at on Friday.
Lupe, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Much love. Much love. $801 Ape Nation says, Tony and Mass. So what do you guys know about this Ryan Cohen thing? We talked about it. It's a done deal, right? Ryan Cohen took his profits.
Yeah, it's done.
And yeah, he's done. And people are just disappointed. I get it. I understand.
Rollo asking,
it is what it is.
What do you guys think if someone sells their APE to buy more AMC? We already talked about that earlier in the broadcast. That would be that's like taking $1 from this hand, putting it behind your back and moving it to this hand. You accomplish nothing. That's what I think. Same company, same shares, different name. You're going to lose. You sell your APE. You have, if you're on long-term gains on your AMC right now, that's going to move to your APE. Half your AMC investment is going to move to your APE. If you sell them on Monday just to go buy more AMC, you're literally accomplishing nothing, and you're resetting the calendar to short-term gains on all of those shares that you just sold. So it does not make sense to me. But there's a lot of grifters and unstudied people who are telling you to do that. I do not want to give shorts my APE cheaply by just willingly handing it over first thing on Monday morning. They're going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay.
That was the whole point of this.
The price? Who sets the price? We set the price. Are you just going to give it to them? Oh, yeah. I don't want that shit. I like AMC better than New Coke. It's the same damn thing. Same damn thing. Don't let anybody tell you different. Anybody who's telling you different, send them my way. I will straighten them out.
Clap 64, friend. Appreciate you. Says, how does a blind person know when to stop wiping? How do we get into blind people? I thought we were talking about people with no arms.
Probably smell.
Oh, maybe I would say. Someone said,
I don't know.
oh, where is it here? Shoot. I can't find it now.
San Diego, good point.
Man, this thing's flying.
Yeah, if you sell your ape, you're also going to owe taxes on it. So you already set yourself back 20-25%. Plus you reset the clock to short-term game on any new ape that you buy. Just like totally does not make sense to do that. And the shorts want your ape.
Yeah. We are holding what they need. We
to the no.
possess it. That's right. And anyone telling you to sell ape, you just have to ask yourself, why would they care what I'm doing with my ape? Just ask.
Tell
what
them
is
to
in it
come
for
on my
them?
channel and let me wipe the floor with their ass.
Right. There you go. There you go. How about that? Gus says, Tony Mass, I have a question. What happens to our average cost after the split? Hang on. Jeez. Yeah, it sucks. I can't hold these.
It's going to split just like in a split.
He said, mine in AMC is 26. Will they just divide it by 2 and I'll have a new average 13 per share? Yes, sir, Gus. Of AMC and APE. Yes. That's correct. No, Muskie Doge. No idea how to be with that neck.
Butch the dog using Mark Cahoda's favorite saying, "You're all hat and no cattle." Is that Mark's alternate name, Butch the dog?
I don't think so. Someone said here, 801 Ape Nation keeps saying Tony Mass. So what do you guys know about this Ryan Cohen thing? 801 Ape Nation, keep putting that in the chat. What do you want to know about Ryan Cohen? They dumped his BBBY?
Yeah, that's kind of a long-winded question. You got to be a little more specific.
Eric says, shitload of YouTubers coming out of the woodwork lately crying about ape. Pretty revealing. Most seem to be selling something. Just as long as they're not selling the ape, should be good.
Jonas
right. He only sold BBBY. Make that clear.
Shouldn't short positions price split as well? Yes, but their total dollar amount that they owe does not change. Shitload of YouTubers coming out of the woodwork lately crying about ape. Pretty revealing that they either are uneducated, unwilling to read, unwilling to understand, or they are, being paid by somebody to convince you to sell. Send them my way. John's Day Trade says, so if you only get APE with a share owned of AMC, then what will the share price be for those that don't get APE? That's why it's set up the way that it is, John. When the market closes on Friday, everyone who holds AMC at the end of the day on Friday will get APE on Monday morning. On Monday morning, that is the ex-dividend date. That means that is the date that AMC will be trading at the new price without APE in it. So everyone up until the end of this week is good. And then next week, the price is going to drop and AMC will trade without APE embedded in it. No, APE will have a different QSIP, John. different ticker. AMC to the moon, Diana. Can the hedgies cover in one day high metal? Depends on volume, right? If it's a day that we had $1 billion in volume, $2 billion in volume, 10 billion in volume. What was the volume back in June on that fateful day? 20 times the float? Yeah, of course they could close in a day if they wanted to on a high volume day. But it will be hard for us to see, honestly, that they closed, other than, you see that price running, shooting up. That is them closing. Why is it going to be difficult? Well, I don't know how much the percentage is going to drop, because at some point at the top, some of them are going to be trying to reestablish shorts. But you'll know they're covering when the price runs up. What if you own a fake AMC share? Graybeard. I would define fake. I would just propose to you, and I'll let you guys poke holes in this. I threw this out there this afternoon. If you bought an AMC share, you own a real share. What? But Lou said, but now you might have bought my share that my broker loaned out and sold to you, and now I'm holding an IOU. Everyone thinks that you bought the IOU. No, I'm fucking holding the IOU because my broker loaned out my share. You got the real damn thing. But now my broker's on the hook, because I'm going to find out when I don't get my dividend, and I'm owed my dividend, and that fucker that got my real share gets the dividend. Where's mine? I'm entitled to it. So that is the whole deal about APE, right? To expose that sort of shenanigan. But if you bought an APE, you got a real APE. But for the last year, we were told, they're told that I can have a stapler. Yeah, no.
You know it.
Doofus.
I don't know what to say.
He likes to make shit up to get you to come back. Sounds good if you don't know how things work.
It's a profitable way of doing your YouTube channel. No doubt about it. Look at the numbers. They don't lie. I should do a video on that. I think I should do one of those this weekend. There's everyone thinking.
There's definitely borrowed and rehypothecated and loaned shares. There are people who have IOUs, but it's not the one you bought. The last guy that bought got the real fucking thing. It's the ones that got loaned on that are holding the IOU. It's a fine difference, but nobody explains it the right way. Will transferring APE force brokers to find APE? I would just, my first reaction to that is, if you have APE in your account on Monday, you got a real APE. So, I mean, you're transferring a real thing to another broker, but you're not really accomplishing anything.
We do know, though, for a fact that
I know what
in the past, I was going to say, we do know that in the past they have had issues. And I know this from when I signed up for Fidelity, that they were having issues back in January finding GME shares when people were transferring.
Absolutely, because the brokers lend out your shares.
Yep.
Your shares are absolutely being loaned out. There's no doubt about, that some of us are holding IOUs because they loaned out our shares to someone else. I'm not saying there's no synthetics. There's definitely synthetics and rehypothecation. But if we bought first, I was just laughing like some people on other YouTube channels. Oh, you got your shares in November. You definitely got fakes. No,
Right.
probably
Right.
that guy that bought back in May has got the IOU, and the guy that bought it in November has his real share.
Right. Because it's a lot cheaper.
No, because the broker loaned the original guy that was holding it. They loaned his share over to this guy so he could buy it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. You said
Yeah,
no.
nobody on YouTube can sit there and tell you by date whether you have a real or IOU. That's just ridiculous.
No.
But it
No,
just cracks me up.
I have shares from February, March, and April of 2021, and I have shares
You
from
definitely got IOUs.
yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt, I know. It says it right next to it with an asterisk. These are all IOUs. Read the fine print.
Thank you, Mr. Bizarro. If I want to buy more AMC, which is better, AMC or APE? I think that is a great question. I think, and let's just assume for a second that I'm right, because I don't know if I will be, but I think they're going to trade at the same price initially, and I'm going to view every APE as a potential future share of AMC someday down the road when they convert.
Yes,
And I'm going
that's how I
to,
look at it.
huh?
That's how I look at it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And even if
Same.
they dilute APE, it's still diluting the whole company. So it's irrelevant. There's no advantage to AMC over APE. It's a dilution for the whole company. It's all going to be on the same income statement.
Right.
Whack, 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 whack.
Right.
Mr. Bandana Boy does not get that. It's the same fucking company. So there's no advantage of one over the other. So if I see a price differential, I'm going to buy the one that is cheaper. That's what I'm going to do. Assuming that all the theories I laid out, that APE and AMC are going to be closely correlated. If I see a price difference in them and I'm ready to buy that day, I would buy whichever one's cheaper. Until we get more information, that is my answer today. I reserve the right to change it if we find out things are wildly different next week.
Do you see Sales comment here? He says, seriously, if brokers need APE, why didn't they start buying up AMC massively for the rehypothecated shares and cause a big run up or squeeze in AMC since August? Why would they wait till next week to buy APE?
My theory was they need to do it by tomorrow at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was going to say till by 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah, by 3 o'clock. Is that 2 o'clock your time?
It's actually no. I'm going. Oh my God, brain's fried, Tony. No, it's 4 o'clock my time.
4 o'clock your time. Yeah,
going the wrong way.
Zones. Yeah, my theory has been if there is massive rehypothecation, they would need to clean it up before Friday. So was that part of the run up earlier in this week? I don't know. And now that they cleaned it up and all the buying's done, the bears came in and said, all right, they got all that cleaned up. Now we can short it. We'll do all the what ifs after we see what happens tomorrow. But that's one scenario. Maybe they were already cleaning up and ran it up to almost $30 and now they're done. Was there any real catalyst making the price run up so much?
Not really. I mean, earnings a little bit, maybe.
My theory on all the run up was people cleaning up the mess. Now, why did it stop the last 2 days? I don't effing know, and it's pissing me off not knowing. So either they finished or they're going to finish tomorrow. And if none of that is correct, then our theory was incorrect, or they found another way out of it. But I'm not worrying about next week until we finish tomorrow. And we'll be around on the weekend to talk about next week, depending on what happens mañana.
For sure. For sure.
The other thing, like John is saying, John T, maybe since they can't even answer one question at a broker correctly, maybe they just haven't figured out how bad it's going to be for them next week. You know what I'm saying? If you write them or call them, I get all sorts of messages from people on Twitter and in the Discord. Here's what my broker said. They still don't know what's going on. These are big brokers, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade.
Yeah.
They're like admitting in emails they still don't quite understand what's going to happen. Maybe they're such idiots. I said, why don't you send them my due diligence link? And maybe they need to watch maybe they need to watch our video over at TD Ameritrade. We'll tell them exactly what's going on.
What's going on?
But maybe they're so stupid they haven't figured it out. I don't really believe that, but there are some smart people high up and over there that know what's going on. How many apes will be distributed if AMC is oversold past the float? Adam Aaron has covered that a jillion times. 516 million max. That's it. One for every legal share of AMC. Oversold, that is the broker and the shorts problem, not Adam Aaron's problem.
Yep. Monty, good evening in Alaska. How you doing tonight, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Someone said, Colin says, hey, Tony, do you think there will be a degree of FOMO tomorrow?
I'm hoping for a degree of, oh, shit.
Right? Yeah, that's what I want to see, too. That's what I want to see.
I'll be here, good or bad, whatever happens tomorrow.
Touche. Touche. And he says, but could they have cleaned it all up just in that $30 run up? I mean, more likely than not, probably not, but we don't know. I think we might have seen a little more of a push than what we did see. We should have broken out that 27 if that was the case.
The other thing I was just kind of wondering, I know I said I wasn't going to do what ifs, but all of these brokers kind of like hedging their emails saying, well, you might get them on Monday, but it might take till Wednesday. What if they are, they know that all the legal shares are going to be covered on Monday, and then they got all these IOUs they need to take care of. So they're going to try and convince you to sell on Monday morning so that they can get your shares and then slide them over to, if I sell mine, and right? Slide them over to MASSALORIAN. Mass, we told you we'd get them to you by Wednesday, and we delivered. Because I was an idiot and I sold. I paper handed. Another reason I'm saying do not fucking sell these things to anybody. Give it a chance to work, people.
Yeah, let's see if the thing's going to work, right?
I'm going to start trending hashtag resist the grift.
Resist the grift. I like it.
Don't sell your ape. Resist the grift.
Don't get emotional. New guy, thank you, buddy. He says, Tony, do you have any long calls for AMC?
Not at the moment. I had some up into earnings, and I sold them. Sold them early, clearly, because I sold them the day of earnings. And I made like 75% on them, but I could have made probably 200 or 300% if I would have held them a few more days. That's how the past few weeks have been going for me. I sell something and then it runs up even more, you know, but as I say every day, if you can string together first base hits every day of the week, that's better than trying to hope every play turns into a home run and then missing them all.
Right. Swinging for the fences and striking out. Let's see. How is the price? Hamid says, how is the price going to run if no one sells? There's no one to buy. Hamid, there's always someone buying and selling. Institutions will sell. They're not going to be holding back. If there's some people out there buying, they'll be selling.
And if no one's selling, if no one's selling, the price goes up. And if no one's selling still, the price goes up more. And if no one's selling still, the price goes up more, and eventually someone will sell. Might not be you, it might not be me, it might not be that ape over there, but it might be a paper-handed institution or somebody who just listened to the wrong YouTuber is like, oh shit, AMC's trading for $12.50 and I can sell this ape for 15. Thank you, please. Is that a phrase?
Right.
Thank you, please. It's my channel. Yeah. Thank you, please. Colin
And that
said,
accomplishes
if we don't
nothing,
get our
like you said.
shares, should we complain with the SEC? First, you're going to complain with your broker, Colin.
Yep. Broker first. It's on them.
Mom always said, profit's profit. That's right. San Diego laundromats.
Cole said, I'm convinced Lou versus Wall Street is short AMC. I used to watch him back, but not for months now. A scam.
You
He
can
could be,
smell the
Cole.
panic in his eyes. I think the same
Smell
thing.
the sweat in his bra strap.
Oh, man, that was a low blow. Crypto is tanking, guys. That must mean they're clearing up liquidity to buy AMC tomorrow.
Oh, boy. Jesus
22,000 on
Christ,
Bitcoin. Yep. There you go. There's your sign.
they're freeing up money, right? They need rocket fuel for the rocket.
They need cash for
Yeah.
AMC tomorrow. Take down the entire crypto market.
Rocket fuel for the rocket. Someone asked, can you tell people how to find their broker? RWK88 says, can you tell people how to find their broker? You mean that your actual broker? You don't probably, more than likely, RWK, you don't have a broker or a financial advisor or whatever you have your brokerage account. It's just whoever you contact over there. Or picks up.
You get on the phone with Fidelity
you.
or TD Ameritrade and pray you don't have the Cash app.
Right.
Ring, ring. Marge calling Monday. I hope so.
Right. Oh, an app is not a broker. Yes, so RWK88, whoever makes your app is tied to some financial institution. That's who you need to contact. They should have a customer service number or
Cash App and Stash and all these apps. If you read the fine print, they will tell you who their broker is.
Right. Zen Hodler says, how can Lou even legally trade after what he did according to public records? So he just finished paying off his restitution, Zen Hodler. So technically now he can trade as much as he wants.
Was there a restriction on trading before?
Well, he was on a payment plan because he had no money. So
yeah,
he was on a payment plan.
If his payment plan was $5,000 a month and he is making $20,000 a month, he could still invest, whatever was left over, right?
But not until you pay back your restitution. You can't do shit. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to hand over any funds like that towards your restitution until it's paid off.
Okay.
You're not allowed to start investing money when you owe old people $78,000. You can't go put $5,000 in the stock market.
New Miga, I like the theory. MASSALORIAN put that Volkswagen chart up where there was that last attempt to wring out the paper hands right before the massive run up. You remember that chart you showed earlier, MASSALORIAN on Volkswagen?
Yeah. It was a different squeeze though, right?
I know, but I mean, we do see that a lot on squeeze patterns.
No.
Where there's the last little let's try our damnedest to fuck it. We're in for a penny, in for a pound. Short it some more.
Like 25%. Would you say that?
Fall for it.
I mean, 25% drop that's pretty hefty. I mean, they definitely went balls to the wall. So I don't know. Hope that was enough for him. Yes, today. I hope so. I didn't sell.
Travis is asking, should we get APE in the pre-market? That I don't know. That I don't know. We'll find out on Monday morning. Bill A says, how are you guys feeling? How are you feeling, Mass? I'm feeling a little irritated after today, to be honest.
Like I said, after the week, the last 10 days I had, this was not that big of a deal today. Honestly, you would think it was, but I mean, it was. I lost a lot of money today, obviously. I was down, but the way the last couple weeks have gone, today was a breeze. I just put my mind off it. I listened to you in the background for a little bit, and I had a lot of work to do, so I just kept busy, and I didn't get frustrated. And I didn't look at my portfolio more than once.
You know why I'm irritated, MASSALORIAN?
Why?
Because I fucking hate being wrong.
When were you wrong?
Well, if we don't run to some decent price level tomorrow, now I'm going to have to figure out what did I miss? What did I miss? And was there just no rehypothecation? Did they figure out a way that I didn't think of? Did they finish it on Tuesday afternoon? What did I miss? It irritates me if I'm not right that there's some run up to I mean, it doesn't have to be a run up to 100 tomorrow, but I want to see something.
Yeah, I want to see some positive price action tomorrow. I'm going to be super sus if there's not some kind of push after what we just saw for the drop, because that seemed completely unnatural to me. So
I'm going to read Adam's question, and then Tweety Bird. Adam says, yesterday morning, Kramer did talk about the fact that the market went down 9 to 12% last time memes ran because of liquidity needed to stop the squeeze. And the market has been going down the past 2 days too. But the market's been on a tear, and then we had the FOMC kind of saying, hey, we're still going to raise rates. So many moving pieces, it's hard to say if it was related to a meme squeeze. But if it is, we'll crow about it over the weekend. And Tweety Bird says, should APE trade at a discount to AMC since it takes time and a proposal and a vote for them to convert? I just think, whether or not they convert, they're all going on the same income statement. They're all going on the same balance sheet. It's all the same company. They all have a voting right. And so I expect, and it's the same exact amount of shares, I expect they'll be equally valued, just like in a regular stock split. Just my guess, could be wrong. We'll know in 2 business days.
Yep. Jeff says, Mass Fidelity told me today if I didn't see it in my account by EOD tomorrow, it will show at market open on Monday. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Jeff. So I'll be looking for it tomorrow morning. And if not, it's going to be over the weekend.
Could we get any indications via the German stock market prior to pre-market? Yeah, you could. Tomorrow morning.
I want to see AMC-APE-BBBY, says Ray. Me too, Ray.
Eric's asking, do you guys feel like the overall market is being pumped up right now? I mean, it was last week, not the last 2 days. No.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was going to try I was going to try and sit on my leg. That was not a good idea. Let me just stand up.
Because your knee?
Yeah, I was getting uncomfortable. I was going to try and change my posture and sit Indian style, and then I realized I can't bend my leg. Just stand up. That's better. Thank you, Doge Cult. Yeah. There's a lot of Harvard MBAs over there figuring out ways to get out of get out of this situation. And I'm just a slow Southern country boy. So If they figure
Country
out a way
bumpkin.
around my theories, it would not surprise me.
Clap 64, thank you, my friend. Says Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was in Top Gun. That is correct.
Were you running trivia?
No, I no, definitely not. I didn't say anything about Tom Cruise. I don't know where that came from. No idea.
Ron Sampson says what we missed in our theory is that they are criminals and the SEC is on their side. That could be the X factor, yeah.
And who the SEC is on this side?
Yeah. They're not on our side.
Definitely not.
Do you see them? They're rushing out making commercials instead of like prosecuting criminals.
And they're talking about climate change instead of private for order flow. That's what even bogs my mind even more. I don't know what that has to do. Climate change has to do with the market. I honestly don't. Focus.
Sicilian Sith says some people need to check their emotions. There is a good chance everyone will get their APE shares. And there's very few, if any, extra shares out there. I mean, what we know for sure is that there's 139 million borrowed shares out there, plus some number of FTDs and maybe some extra number of momentary naked shorts from market makers, indeterminate. But so, I mean, there's at least 139 million. Beyond that, I don't know.
It's all guess.
Wouldn't it? What if MASSALORIAN, what if they carefully make sure that all retail gets the APEs, and then they say, hey, BlackRock and Vanguard, we know we owe you 139 million APEs.
Can you just give us a couple of days?
Yeah, can we slip you 5% and you wait a couple of days while we trick a few more of these investors into selling their APEs? Get Coors on the phone. Lou on line 2? What? Zip Trader? Yeah. Conference call. We need more videos, guys. Vanguard only gave us till next Monday. Yeah. Can you put out some more videos? Yeah. Tell them to sell the APE. Tell them it sucks.
Yeah. I saw Zip Trader
they
too.
Seem to be buying that dilution thing. Double down on the dilution thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Charlie, how could you do this to us, Charlie? Zip Trader.
I know.
Charlie fell for it. I was shocked.
Me too. You saw that video?
Yeah. I used, even our biggest idols eventually fall, MASSALORIAN.
I know. I like Charlie too. I still like the guy. I disagree with
I still like him too. I'm all in good fun.
He's
all
actually
in good
really
fun. Matt, Lou, I still love you guys. We're all on the same team except Lou.
Yeah, he's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one. Yeah, it was surprising, right, JH? Yeah, I was pretty shocked. But you know what, though? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I get it. That's his opinion. And, I don't know if he's being prompted or if that's what he really deep down inside feels.
When I listened to Charlie, I just felt like he has not spent much time digging into it. So I'll forgive him. But Charlie, man, watch some of our videos. He did a drive-by, and a lot of people did that, and it's unfortunate. And I know how much time it takes to properly digest all this, and hopefully he'll do a correction video.
Yeah,
that would make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside if Charlie Zip Trader would do a correction video.
What would you want him to say if he came out to do one? What would you want?
There is no 5 billion and there's no dilution upcoming. Just read the FAQ, bro.
I know.
Look at the filings with the Secretary of State of Delaware. You're talking all hypotheticals like they're happening next week.
Right. Right.
The only thing I agreed is that the hedgies are Nazis, but he got that part right.
Right. Right. I know, though. Clark says, I think long-term dilution is necessary or AMC will be in debt forever. Yeah, Clark, 100%. No doubt about it. You cannot dispel that fact. If there is no long-term dilution, they would never get out. You're right.
Oh, Mass. Angel says Lou knows more shit than you do behind the scenes. He might
Definitely.
mean behind the sheets. I think he
Definitely.
misspelled sheets.
Where's this? Who commented that?
Angel. Angel, Chicago.
He just dropped a new video, so I'll have to make sure I go check that out. See how he's doing. He does know a lot of things behind the scenes. This is true. I can't get that kind of access. Good evening, Loy.
I bet if we went up to New York and saw what coffee shop he was going into, we could get access.
Right. That's all we got to find. It's probably the same 10 guys.
The old Traders Club. You know, in every Starbucks, in every town, there's a club of old men that sit around to escape their wives, read the newspaper, and swap Wall Street stories. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You fucking know I'm right.
No. Definitely. 100%. Cheese Pizza Dream says, does Lou really have privy info? Come on, guys. No, I don't think so. He's been in the Dominican Republic for the last month. What does he know about what's going on with Wall Street? He's down there walking around getting head examined.
Any thoughts
Clark
on the
says,
$2 trillion worth of options expiring tomorrow? I did not see that on Unusual Whales, so I can't comment. Did you see that, Mass?
$2 trillion? No.
I think somebody's about to lose a bunch of money if that's the case. I don't know what we're talking. Entire stock market, AMC, BBBY, SPY. What are we talking?
$2 trillion is a big number.
John, what's up, my
Matthews.
silly little motherfuckers? Oh, Lord.
We lost him. Now, do you have your desk? Are you standing right now at your desk? You're standing up, right?
Yeah. I am standing.
Yeah, I beat you. It won't work. Let's see. Someone said, I was suckered into Lou. Bullshit, baffle brains. He's a con man, a talented one at that. R. Yale, you know, if he kept you in the play this long, then, give him some credit for that. But as far as emotionally managing you and running you ragged for the last 18 months, I feel awful for you guys. Honestly, I don't know how you made it through. Pantheon, good evening, buddy. How you doing tonight? Pantheon's on the chat.
What's up, Pantheon? Someone asked about my standing desk. I kind of planned out this studio so that the slab of wood I have here is, I don't know, about 9 or 10 feet long, enough for computer, monitor, TV. It's big, but it was resting on some four-shelf office drawer units. And I knew that eventually I was going to put a motorized desk stand underneath it. So it's just resting on the bookcases. And I was going to order the motorized desk unit, the stand. And I did. It just lifts this piece of wood up. It's got programmable heights, so I can have it automatically just at a touch of a button go right back down, or I can do fine-tuning adjustments. It's got a cat protection, so if my cat's on the file cabinet here now and the desk is coming down, if It's like your garage door. If it detects resistance, it won't crush the cat.
Nice.
But I did not buy the cheap one. So I waited a year to get this thing. And the company is Uplift. I was very lucky. They had a showroom here 10 minutes from where I live, but you can get them online. And as a product design guy, I can tell you 11 out of 10 on the quality, the instructions, the materials, the packaging, the steel, everything, just flawless.
That's pretty good.
Flawless. I would
Good
I would
stuff.
sponsor them in a heartbeat. And one day I'll do a walkthrough for you guys. But
Yes.
10 out of 10 would recommend. You're going to pay for it, but it is worth it.
Good quality, right?
Yes. They'll probably last a lifetime.
Yeah, I bet it will. Junior Tesla says, how come I don't hear any YouTubers talking about AMC shares hitting 100K, not even 5K? What happened to the moon dream? Junior Tesla, you weren't watching me and Tony's channel. The only videos we did with 100K in the title said, we're not going to 100K. That was one of the first videos I ever put out in May of 2021. Said, don't believe the hype. 100K, 500K is a question. You can go back and watch it.
Cormac, thank you, buddy.
Sponsor.
Cormac is asking, is BBBY going to tank tomorrow? I mean, that is going to depend. I agree with the people who say it's going to depend on the retail trader, right? The short interest is high. The cost to borrow is high. There's going to be a lot of people that are itching to get back in and stick it to the shorts on BBBY. So I'm not saying the play is over on Bed Bath & Beyond, but I would not go in and buy for myself, and I will go in and buy when I see a confirmed trend reversal. Right now we're in free fall, so I don't want to buy on the way down. And our internal think tank, to borrow Boss Blunt's phraseology, has the fair value on Bed Bath & Beyond at about $6 to $7. So we were selling yesterday in the run up at $25 to $28. And then that was just pure luck. We were like, this thing's topping out. None of us knew that Ryan Cohen was going to drop that bombshell. But lucky for us, most everyone got out. Not everybody in our Discord got out, but most of them did.
Good stuff. Glad to hear that. Hate to see people getting smoked.
I hope it comes back for you guys that are holding it. If it turns, I'm definitely going to be back in playing it.
Yeah, you can still make money on it, right? Possibly.
But yeah, I'm scared to hold it at these prices. And with Ryan being gone, that temporarily sucked some people's optimism, but retail will quickly forget about that temporary pain and refocus on 50% short interest, I think. So keep an eye on the short interest and the cost to borrow. And thank you, Cormac,
America. Can we talk about...
you for supporting the channel.
Thanks, Cormac. Woke America says, hello, everyone. Can we talk about that? If you zoom out to the one-day chart on AMC setup, now looks like it did back in June. The charts look almost identical to me. I'll have to check that out, Woke America. But I've seen so many patterns that people can pull up to at any time and compare them. You can make all kinds of comparisons here or there to this time. I mean, throughout history, you can go back and find charts that match up with each other, right?
It's funny that you say that, MASSALORIAN, because that was the very first thought that came in my head. And the last year, the amount of times I've seen people make that comparison, like, look, guys, this pattern looks exactly like right before June run up. I shit you not, as we say in Texas. Shit you not. I've seen that video at least 6 times in the last year. So, man, when he said that, when you read his comment, I was like, man, how many times do we got to hear this story? Nothing against the guy asking the question, but I have heard
No,
that
no, no,
many,
no,
many
no, no.
times.
Yeah.
I'm going to look. I'm going to look
Yep.
right now. I have not heard that story yet for this time, but I'm going to look. I'm just
let me know what
saying,
you find.
if it does look similar, it has looked similar previous times too, because definitely some of our TA guys have made that argument. The setup look,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to overlay it, and it perfectly matches June, and they're always right. It perfectly matches, but it never panned out to mean anything. What I'm mostly excited about is the shorts and the people that rehypothecated are not getting APE on Monday. More than anything else, that is what I'm excited about.
True.
And they're going to need them. Are you going to sell them?
That is the question.
I
That's
ain't
up to you.
selling
Don't let
shit.
anyone talk you in or out of it. I ain't. That's right. It's too cheap for my blood. Crystal969yahoo.com. Good evening. Wall Street article said is a stock on steroids. Well, I saw we got a hit piece too. It was from Market Watch. All right, let's look at this.
I wish I had Trading Viewer. I could just like copy this and drag it over to here.
Yeah, drag it over and double it up. Yeah. Will it help if I pull up a chart?
No, I mean, look, we got a run up and then a dip, right? It's about 50% down of the run up. And if you go back here
True.
to June, it's on a smaller scale, but you got the same thing. You got a run up and then a dip to 50%. So yeah, I mean, at a certain level, those do look very similar. But you can find that pattern multiple times in many places in this chart. So it's exciting, it's interesting, but I'm going to focus on the shorts and the brokers need APE, and that is my hope and my prayer, and that we knew they were going to do a coordinated effort to try and scare you into selling and get the price down so they can get them cheap. We shall see. One day to wait.
That's right. Chris Harris says, not selling shit. That's the technical term for holding. That's right, Chris. Exactly.
I ain't selling shit.
That's right.
Someone says, who else is excited that the IRS is being trained to kill?
Oh
man,
my
I
God.
hope
Did
that
you see
didn't
that
just hit our-
training video?
Yeah, I saw that. And they were
What a
bragging about their gun training.
Holy shit. Those techniques wouldn't hold up in a saloon in the 1800s. That was terrible. What are they doing? What are those people doing? The flak jackets on arm right. That was disgraceful. They're all pointing the guns at each other's backs. Nuts.
Pantheon,
I've never
thank you
seen
for
anything like that.
Pantheon, I'm going to give you a hat tip right back for your hat tip. Hope you had a good evening. Sorry you couldn't join us. Hopefully we can circle back next time. To use my Aunt
get
Jen,
Pantheon on.
use my Aunt Jen's phrase.
There you go. Auntie Jen.
Yeah, Aunt Jen.
Yeah,
the other redhead.
Yes.
What? Is he really related to Jen Psaki? It was a joke. It was a joke.
He's kidding. Kidding.
Mass, I'm going to let you read questions for 1 second. I'm going to refresh my beverage.
Go for it.
Talk amongst yourselves. Here's the topic. APE and AMC are going to be the same price on Monday.
I would say let's get positive. I'm ready for this shit to go. I don't know about you guys. Yes, Dino Mike. It is an absolute joke. I've never seen such incoherent, uncoordinated, overweight, undertrained agents in my life. And they're giving them guns and bullets now? Wonderful. How long does it take for one of those interactions to go wrong? That's right, Barrett. They are. Yeah, Matt, we saw that. Citadel supposedly borrowed $69 million as trading revenues. We saw that. Who was in the chat saying that there was the hit piece from Market Watch? Cheese Pizza says, Mash, you just described the entire police for Eden America. Yeah, Diamond Hands are tired, Eugene. I hear you. It's all good. You got a bunch of folks holding with you, so. Six Sun says, Tony, how would you go about buying 1,000 AMC shares before or after the APE dividend? I'll try and remember that to bring to him when he comes back. And those fat agents supposed to go after 400,000 earners. Yeah, exactly right. Colin says, all right, Mass, AMC hits 35 tomorrow. You buy a Jays hat. If not, I'll get a Sox hat. Bring it. If AMC hits 35 tomorrow, I'll put the whole uniform on. Fuck the hat. I'll put the whole thing on. Whoops, sorry, T. I didn't mean to swear. Someone asked you, Tony, if you were them, if they were, or yeah, if you were them, how would you go about buying 1,000 shares of AMC before or after the stock split?
Well, I mean, I would have to have some assumptions about if it's going to be higher on Friday or next week. I would prefer to buy on dips. And I have no idea what it's going to do next week. So I would probably be buying it in batches just to be safe. Some this week, some next week.
There you go. There you go. Really, one of them was in a wheelchair? Is that serious, Dino Mike? Gotta be joking.
What did he say?
Broker, the IRS agent training video. Dino Mike said that one of the guys was in a wheelchair. Jesse Matthews says, broker already saying they can't promise my APE shares on Monday. FFS. Yeah, Jesse, it may take a couple extra days. I don't think anyone promised anyone anything. They said they would get them to you, and it might be a day or two. We're talking 24, 48 hours. We're not talking months, guys, right?
I feel pretty confident most of us will have them Monday morning, especially the big brokers, but there may be, it would not be out of the realm of norm for some people not to get them till Wednesday.
If you had to pick a brokerage right now, if you had to pick the first brokerage that is named as being, as people having an issue with them getting their apes, who would you pick to be the main culprit?
Robinhood.
If you had to pick, okay. I say Webull.
Robinhood or Webull. I mean, he made me pick one, but yeah, those are my top two. Webull couldn't even get a freaking IPO right today that they sold the pre-IPO on.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Thank you, Angel. Yeah, let's ixnay on the RSI talk. I don't want to get this channel demonetized. Picking on the government. Somehow we get away with picking on the SEC though, don't we, MASSALORIAN?
Yeah, they don't seem to care. We're talking about them. They could care less. What did you say? Stop talking about the RSI.
Yeah, I was speaking the pig Latin, switching the
Gotcha.
letters around. Ixnay on the RSI. I don't know how to say when the first letter is a vowel. How do you say that in pig Latin?
I have no idea. No idea.
Sorry. I flunked pig Latin.
Me too. APE is listed on my Fidelity now, but APE is listed on my Fidelity now, but not.
I think
but
he means
now
you can,
shares yet. Not shares yet.
I think he means you can search for it, right? It's not listed in your portfolio, is it? I didn't see it in mine.
I didn't see them on either, but I haven't checked in.
But people were flooding the chat today saying, "Oh, I can search for APE and get a price quote on it."
Someone said they're probably talking about basketball SEC. That's probably true.
I'm going to see if APE is listed in my portfolio, my positions. Yeah, that's a negative. Let's see if I do search or get a quote. I can search and get a quote, yes. And that's not, not the only broker. It's saying 0 plus 0, bid 0, ask 0. They're just prepping, guys. That's why, for all of their him and hawing and leg dragging, they're getting ready for it. I think, as soon as they get it, the distribution from AMC, you'll see it in your account. I feel quite confident that most of us will have it on Monday morning. Despite what they're saying, they're going to give themselves wiggle room. That's always, what is it? Under promise and over deliver.
Yes.
They tell you you'll have it by Wednesday, and then you're ecstatic when it shows up Monday morning.
Tuesday or Monday, yeah. Yeah, no, nothing yet. And it's 12:35 here, so
I think we should wrap up pretty soon because I need to be up at 4 a.m. to check my my pre-market on GCT.
okay. That sounds good.
So, we can go a few more minutes if there's some good questions or trivia that people want to ask.
It's Baston.
Did you answer Silverstream? Was that what you were just doing?
No, I wasn't. I was reading this here. Someone said, do we think it's possible if people don't get their APE shares and the price of a bronze up, but that could become brokers are scambling to get them? Juicy got you crazy. You got to rewrite that whole question out. I have no idea what that means, my friend. Sorry. I was trying to decipher that, but it seems like a little jumbled.
Silver wanted to know, how do you pronounce the capital of Massachusetts?
Oh, yeah, Boston. Yeah, no, I say Boston. I definitely don't put it with an A. Yeah, I don't have that thick of an accent. Not that thick. Thank God. That'd be annoying. Do you anticipate high volume tomorrow, Tony?
Say again?
You anticipate we're going to have a lot of volume tomorrow?
Oh, the volume's been shit the past 2 days, which
I
is
know.
also really weird.
I know. I'd like to see some volume
Look,
tomorrow as well as price moving.
if they're cleaning up and covering, yes, there'll be high volume. If tomorrow's a repeat of the past 2 days, well, everything's going to be shit, volume and price.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my prayers and light a candle. What? This is, I got this off another YouTube channel. I don't know if I told you, Mass, we're going to do a moon reading of the chart here coming up soon.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is also apparently really good for making the stock price go up. It's El Virgen de Guadalupe, the prayer candles.
Yep.
You guys,
Yep.
yes, these are definitely catalysts. I'm going to light this before I go to bed tonight.
Is that the patron saint of the stock market?
It is the patron saint of apes. There's
Nice.
a little ape holding her up right here at the bottom.
Excellent.
Ape
right.
with wings.
Yes, back that up. I have one in the background too. Six Ton said, Massa, are you buying any more AMC? I'm gonna see what happens when this splits off. And like Tony said, whatever one is cheaper at the time, that's when I'll make my move. Benjamin says BBBY was a massive distraction for all apes to sell AMC to FOMO into BBBY. Now they lost ape and lost money in BBBY. Some guys made money, Benjamin, but yeah, I know there's a lot of guys out there holding the bag right now. And if you made money, I'm very happy for you. Of course, I'm ecstatic for you. But if you're holding the bag, I feel bad. I know. It's tough. Someone said, please light. Loha said, Tony, please light up a couple of those candles, please. I've been waiting to burn them bitches.
I'm cracking up with these comments. Light a couple of candles, light a fatty. Silverstream's got one burning for St. Michael. I like that. That St. Michael candle, he looks like he wants to kick some ass and take some names. I've seen that one. Someone else said, there was another funny one here. Clark says, I'm going to ask Jesus to bring the short squeeze on. In the name of Jesus. Clark. In the name
Bring fire down
Jesus.
on the hedge funds. Bring fire down on King Griffin Citadel.
Yeah, I should ask Scarlett to pick up some sage on the way home and smoke the corners of the room. Be gone, demons. Be gone, hedges. Fuck you, King Griffin.
Whatever it takes.
We got all sorts of crazy little rituals down here. I don't know if you guys got that.
We could do some voodoo. Oh yeah.
You do?
We got Salem. We got witches. We got all kinds of warlocks.
Do you have all the rituals like with burning sage and incense and all that shit? Yeah.
Yeah, smudging around and stuff. Yeah, for spirits. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got that here. Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. When I worked in Old City Hall in Boston, at one of the restaurants there was a basement that they used back in revolutionary times. They were transporting stuff to escape the British tax at the time, and they had tunnels under the city that they were putting the tea through and other things. And we had our liquor room down there in a room off of those hallways, those tunnels. And man, every time I went down there by myself, I had the most creepiest feeling. I mean, just a tingle that went up your spine, like someone was watching you. And I've never had that before in my life. It's the only time I've ever felt it. But it was real and real intense. I don't know what it was, but it's the only time I ever felt like that. So yeah, we have that up here for sure. We do, for sure.
I'd like to do a Salem witch tour up there sometime. That should be fun.
Oh yeah, Salem's fun on Halloween. Holy smokes. That's a good time. Salem on Halloween is a good time. Yeah, the Witch Museum is very cool. Very cool. Definitely is.
We need a live
chicken. Angelina said it. What are you saying?
Fork said we need a live chicken. I have chickens, but maybe we need to do a sacrifice.
Like what's that called? The devil's advocate there. Isn't the one of the guys he's defending was slaughtering animals right in the basement? Remember?
No, I'm talking about a live chicken sacrifice on a live stream.
On a live stream? That might be
Yeah.
animal
Oh,
cruelty, Tony.
Tony's
I don't
lost
know.
it now. Tony's lost
Yeah.
it now.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that might be animal cruelty.
Santeria, dynamite. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Santeria. The other thing you can do to make sure that short squeeze happens is boil an egg, or maybe you don't boil it. No, you don't boil it. But you take an egg and you put it under your bed, MASSALORIAN.
A cooked egg?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No, raw egg. And then you break it and check for the demons in the morning.
Oof. I'm all set with that. I'm not doing any crazy stuff like that. I'm not inviting anything in this house. My biggest thing. Someone says I'm taking prayer requests. John's Day Trade says I'm taking prayer requests. You guys are funny.
Samira says, let's sacrifice a camel. Damn, that's going, you're going big.
Samir, if you can get that on tape, send it to us. Yeah, if you can get that on tape somehow, send it to us, please. Wherever you're going to broadcast that from.
I don't even know where to get a camel. Camel
Me
toe,
neither.
maybe.
Canuctude says, please discuss volume. Isn't it all smoke and mirrors? If they control when our orders are processed T+2, then when we see a larger volume candle, it's just them loading orders in, but selectively. I was talking about volume on the day overall, Canucktide. When I was saying that, I want to see some volume. Because we've just been doing shit all week. We've been doing no numbers.
Let's also separate that into bits and pieces here. When an order is entered and completed, that is volume. T+2 is separate. They're not holding orders to submit them days later.
It's a settlement.
T+2 is just the settlement where the money and the shares change hands in the DTC system. But I know there's people that are telling you that they're parking your orders and they're telling you they sold it, or they're telling you bought it, and then they secretly process it in the middle of the night over in Brazil. Come on, guys.
This isn't Boiler Room.
Y'all know better than that.
Prometheus says mass on sacrifice a hedge fund. Down with that. Jonathan says, should I sell my BBBY ASAP to get AMC? That's up to you, my friend. What do you think has a better chance of making you money in the next 4 to 6 days, 3 to 5 days? I would say Ryan Cohen's not a fan anymore, for sure. By the way, Tony, do you think this is going to have any effect on Highcroft? What happens with
I saw the question up.
Days?
How will HYMCZ work? Is that a warrant on Highcroft? I mean, my general thoughts on Highcroft, I'll give them to you real quick. 801. Pantheon and Boss Blunts did a great interview with Diane Garrett. One thing that I learned, because I'm not a gold mining expert by any stretch, I have bought GLD before in the past. But as far as owning mining stocks, this is my first. But I've read through all of Highcroft's, hundreds of pages of their shit. And the one thing I learned is that if this new exploration they're doing, if they discover something, Dr. Garrett tells us that is enough to get the price running. And I believe her, because she said, trust me, bro. But seriously, no. I do believe her. It sounds sensible, and I mean they wouldn't lie. She wouldn't lie about something like that. And we had a geologist in the chat today. He said that is a fact.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Yeah. If
Good to know.
all a company needs to do is say, hey, we found some accessible ore that we can get out of the ground fairly easily, and we didn't know about this before, that is enough to send the stock moving. So Hycroft or Hycroft warrants can run on any good news. But until there's good news, my initial investment in Hycroft, I bought in at $1. I'm considering that parked money until they start getting ore out of the ground. And if there is no good news, I'm also thinking that Hycroft is going to trend downward. So my next buy-in price target, if it trends down on no good news, is 50 to 75 cents. Now, I hope it doesn't go that low because I just bought it at $1, but that will be where I double my position if it drops down to between 50 and 75. In the meantime, you all own Hycroft Mining by virtue of owning AMC,
True.
because their Hycroft's price performance directly translates to AMC's earnings per share. If Hycroft price goes up, you are going to get a better EPS on AMC. And if Hycroft's price goes down, well, the reverse is true. So you already own some Hycroft. Don't feel like you need to go load the boat. But I'm just saying, I don't want to swing anybody. I got really mad at Mr. What's his name? Dear Fettuccini, talking about shorting Hycroft, buying puts. Do you guys realize if you're the Four Horsemen gang is over there shorting Hycroft, they are driving the price of AMC down. They're hurting the earnings of AMC. The lower you push Hycroft down by shorting it, the more you're hurting AMC.
Right.
Because Hycroft's price directly impacts AMC's earnings.
Absolutely.
So if you want to give, I'm just saying, not financial advice. If you buy Hycroft and run the price up back to $3, that's going to translate into about, I don't know. I'm just going to swag because it's late and I'm tired. I forget.
$100 million.
10, 15 cents extra earnings per share on AMC. Maybe 30 cents. I forget.
Yep.
It was on my last video, my last earnings video. I'm tired and I forget.
Me too. Clark says, I thought about this 9 ways to Sunday, and I don't see these hedge funds can get out from under this. Clark, if there's tons of them out there, you're right. It's gonna be a tough job for them to get out unscathed. You're right.
I agree, Clark.
It's gonna be
I
difficult.
love you.
I
love you, Clark.
Yes.
I like the way you think.
Me too. I want to make it hard. Angelina, have a good night. Hope they find lithium there in the hills, says MC Prosperity. I'll take anything at this point.
801 asking real quick, how does HYMC work out? I don't know the strike price on those options, 801. On those warrants, sorry. Warrants are just a 5-year option. That's how I want you to think of it. It's like a call option. So I don't know. Let's say that the strike price on the warrant is $5. I don't know what it is because I haven't looked at them. But if Hycroft goes over $5 at any point, you can convert your warrant to shares. If Hycroft were to go to $7, you convert your warrant to shares. Now you got a $2 profit. You know what I'm saying? Over the strike price of the warrant. You need to go look at the warrants and read about them. How long are they good for? When are they always have an expiration. How long are they good for? And what is the strike price?
Opinionated assholes, good night, brother.
Texas or A&M. I'm a Longhorn, Eugene, and both my kids went to UT. One is there right now, but my oldest is getting his PhD at A&M. So he went to both. He did his undergrad and his master's at UT, and he's doing his PhD at A&M. But we
Huh.
are we're a Longhorn family. I think it's safe to say.
What, 10/20/22?
I have not done a video on Starbucks yet. CB. Haven't even looked into it. But I will. If it's not till next week, I'll look into it.
EG
I'm very
says most of
picky.
these
I'm very picky on which ones I do videos on.
EG says most of these positive comments are paid shills feeding your bias confirmation. They found a way to dilute AMC without shareholders' consent. Dilute up to 1 billion whenever and with another 4 billion without shareholder consent.
That sounds like a
AG,
paid shill to me. Sounds like somebody
mean-
who's put zero effort into reading what the fuck's actually going on. Who
I
said
know
that?
almost, I don't know.
Must be somebody on your channel.
EG, no, it's from you again.
For me?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What's the
EG?
name?
EG.
EG. Let me find
EG.
this. I don't see him on my channel. How recent was this comment?
5154.
I don't have timestamps on.
Oh, you don't?
I'm looking on my YouTube chat.
It's about 12 to 15 comments down. Let's say 15 comments. Between Bonnie and Clark. Oh, now someone's saying it's in my chat. BTW Brent saying it's in my chat.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody I probably have blocked.
Yeah, you probably do. You probably do. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not going to block you yet, but EG, I don't know. I know most of the people in the chat that I'm talking to right now. I would say 95% of the names in the chat I've been familiar with for over 6 months. So unless they're paid shills, I think you're SOL.
We've already talked 100 times with everybody on this channel, Mr. G, about the ability for the company to dilute. And as far as the other 4 billion, we've talked every day for the last 10 days about how that is, while in the universe of possibilities, just like an asteroid can land in my backyard, it is not going to happen. And if you don't believe me, then well, you should. Just kidding. If you don't believe me, rewind and listen to the discussion at the beginning of this, where I walk you through exactly why that will never happen. 1 billion in the bank. The current amount of APE units is more than enough to pay off the debt. There's zero chance that there will be more dilution for 4 billion. That would just be, it would be Wall Street suicide. There's no reason for it, and it will never happen. Anyone saying it's a possibility is a paid shill that has not looked into what the fuck is going on or done any math.
Eric says the trolls are out lately. Honestly, never have I questioned my position more than the last couple of weeks, but I'm not fucking leaving.
Oh yeah,
Eric,
the trolls
yeah, man.
are
They're all over the place.
Tripling the efforts. And you know, I have mine pretty locked down, but they are making a concerted effort to wait out the 5 minutes and be sure and leave their little trolley troll. That's when I know we're over the target.
Yep.
Normally I have my delay make them wait 1 minute and we don't get any trolls. Now that they're in real danger and I'm making them wait 5 or 10 minutes, they are waiting, you know, they're spinning that 5 or 10 minutes to leave their little idiot comment.
Right on. Microwave eggs. I'm with you on Poppy. Crystal CB says, how do you guys keep the bots off your channels? It's amazing. We got a lot of help with our mods, right? We got a lot of help with our mods. And I know when I go to my comment section, every time I see them, I just automatically erase and report all of them. But the mods do a great job for us. A big part of this channel and Tony's. Richard Checklist, have a good night.
Thank you, Javi. Love you, brother.
Yes, Javi.
Broke Ape, what's up?
Much love.
Blazing's back in the house. Click Kitty. Yeah, we need to wrap this up because
Tony.
someone said Tony's looking tired.
Yeah,
I'm
gotta
only
get to
getting
sleep.
about 4 hours sleep, guys, and all the rest is, well, you know what, live streaming all day, taking an hour to eat, and then doing due diligence or figuring out what the fuck's going on with Ryan Cohen or making other videos for you. I cannot wait for this week to be over, and I may go MIA on Saturday because Scarlett already said, you haven't paid me any attention all week.
Understood.
So I just need to make it through tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Canuck Tide, welcome to the channels. Pleasure to have you on board. And Opinionated Assholes, he says, personally, y'all shows to me, I don't give a shit. I'm buying the dip. Love y'all. Love you too, man. All right, T. We're gonna wrap this
guys.
up at 3.
We're gonna call it. I'm gonna
1
go.
o'clock.
I'm gonna go find the lighter and light up the Virgin. Light her up. Say your prayers, kids. Hope for a good day tomorrow. Whatever it is, whatever it is, we'll get through it. Hopefully it's good news. If it's not, Monday's a new day. And we'll have something else to bitch about. All of our missing synthetic apes.
That's right. And Tony will be live, I'm sure, tomorrow morning, and I'll be hopping around chats, trying to drop by, show some support to some of the other creators. So I'm sure some of you guys will. You know who you are.
I'm gonna get a quick woo and a yeehaw in for the people who've been waiting. All right. End on a high note. What did he say? Let's get high. Good night, guys. We will see you bright and early. Appreciate
Peace,
you
guys. Good night.